Oh boy, guys. So Corey Feldman has officially blocked me on X for actually having an opinion. So we're going to talk about that. And we've got a bunch of other stuff that we're going to talk about. So hang on.
We are just characters and the day's a brand new scene. We do our best to sing the words and the stages in between.
Okay, so I added some new stuff to Julio's going to come in a second. X is being kind of a pain in the butt. So let me send Julio the link via his email. So give me just a second here. There we go. My main man Julio has got the link sent to his email. Let me let him know. All right. Got that. We're waiting for a main man Julio to get here. We'll get him all situated. Okay, so we've got, we'll roll with Musician of the Week while we're waiting for Julio to come in. So let me get that on deck for everybody.
Seeing things that I may never see again. But I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. It just came.
Honestly, it never gets old. Honestly.
Good old Willie.
Good old Willie is what, 92 or 93?
He's been going for quite some time. He loves his guitar and he loves his weed.
Yeah, and that's his son that's singing with him. His son is just as talented as he is. If you ever heard his son, sounds just like him.
Oh, what's his son, like 70 years old?
No, I'll play it some more.
Wait, get on the road again. The life I love is making.
His son's got to be what in his, I would say probably 30s, early 30s, late 20s.
He looks young to be Willie Nelson's son.
Yeah. Well, let me confirm that. Let me give you 1 second. He has a son. I know that for a fact. Willie Nelson's son. Okay, so Lucas Nelson is his name.
Mm-hmm.
That is Willie Nelson's son right there.
Huh. He must be a late in life son.
It looks like him. He just doesn't have all the beard and stuff. I mean,
yeah. That's fair. Well, Willie, I mean, he's got like a ton of kids.
Oh, I can. Well, right here it says Billy Nelson, Micaiah Nelson, and Lucas Nelson.
Hmm. Lucas, there we go. Yeah, Lucas is 37.
Okay.
So he has kids ranging from ages 35 all the way up to 72.
Good Lord.
So maybe I have to add one more thing to the things he likes.
Yeah, no shit.
Guitars and weed.
You know what? I didn't have to adjust you. You came right in.
I'm a professional, Derek.
Nice.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know
end.
if me emailing you is better than X. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. You said you had, because I checked X today and I'm like, oh, maybe Derek's tied up in something else. I won't bug him. He wants to stream.
I said some stuff on X and they kind of banned me for a week.
Derek.
And
bad boy.
And a couple of days before that, Corey Feldman banned me.
Good Lord. I thought we were a family show, Derek.
Okay, here's the thing.
Notorious.
Yes, we have the new. Okay, let me. You weren't here because we were still trying to get some stuff out. This is the new Corey intro.
We are just characters and the day's a brand new scene. We do our best to sing the words and the stages in between.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the new Corey intro. I spiced it up a little bit.
I saw you added a couple of, looks like something from like the documentary with one of the blonde ladies. A couple of new. I like that. The ever changing Corey intro.
Exactly. Okay, so we can get into it because I've got it as the title, so it's like we're coming out to shoot hot here, baby.
Let's do it.
We scrutinize Corey Feldman just like we scrutinize everybody else. Except for me making intros and making goofy intros, we scrutinize him the same. We've given him props, but we've also scrutinized him. So we've never treated him differently than anybody else that we roast.
That is true.
He can dish it out, but he can't take it, is in my opinion.
I would actually say if you compare us to other folks like Jim and them, Drew Lane, other Corey people, we're actually nicer.
I think we are.
Like we've said on a couple occasions, hey, that sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
Or I kind of like that. But whatever. So he blocked you on X?
Yeah, he blocked me on X.
What a week you've had, Derek. Banned by Corey and then just banned by X.
Yeah, for calling leftist assholes and getting into it with them.
I thought we were allowed to do that on X nowadays.
Of course not. So, we're going to get into a little bit. I got a couple Corey videos because we're not going to stop. We're just going to double down.
That's right.
That's how we roll, baby.
It's revenge.
Rendition, a little Corey rendition. The guitar player is like, I don't know the fucking words, so I'll just do the oohs and the ahs.
Yeah, I like. Well,
you kind of looked at him like, I don't know it, dude.
I have two thoughts on this song. A song that I've listened to far more times than I care to admit. But A, I'm not 100% convinced this was not written by an AI.
Oh yeah.
And B, I like that he's trying to do the Hey Jude. You know how Hey Jude at the end of that, it's nah, 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 over and over again, and everybody does it with the band, and it's all fun. He's trying to do that here with the ooh, ooh, and nobody's biting. It ain't catchy, and you're not Paul McCartney, bro. So,
and this guy's coming to go playing the guitar, probably doesn't even know who the fucking Beatles are.
Well, it sounds like Corey. Yeah, probably not. It sounds like Corey is singing to a backing track because I don't see the other instruments up there.
And he's got the lyrics on his phone. Is it bad juju to not know your lyrics of your song?
Yeah, especially if that's a good point. If you wrote the lyrics and it's not that long ago, this is his newest release, he should know him in his head.
I would think so, right?
Like my band released that song Cinnamon. I wrote those lyrics 2 years ago, most of them anyway. I can sing it off the top with no problem.
Okay.
So I don't know, and I'm old and I'm a drunk. And my memory
you still remember your shit,
but I still remember
living, even though he's not.
Right. So Corey has no excuse. Where in the world is he?
See the headphones dangling as he's moving his guitar? That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Where he is, I wonder. Is it Tower Series? Like Tower Records or Powers?
Power Series?
Who knows?
Not sure. Is this before he dyed his hair all blonde, or is his hair growing out and he needs to get that shit redone?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so yeah. Yeah.
Looked like a birthday party set up. It looked like little like treats and cakes on that table. Little...
Mom, I want Corey Feldman
Oh,
singing
no.
my birthday. What do you
Mommy,
think?
I love that song Characters. It goes, woo, mommy, I love it.
And then now this is Corey Feldman singing with a legend? Question mark.
Oh no. Yeah, you don't sing that part, Corey. I'm messed up already.
How do I feel at the end of the day? It's sad because of all your love.
Here's a hot take. This song is ass.
Oh,
The original.
You ever seen him do the singing of it? He's all like, "What did I do?" And they say
Yep.
like on me.
Yep. I saw him.
He looks like fucking retarded. He's all like,
I know. Well, I don't know if you remember. Belushi used to do.
"Oh yeah,
him,
Belushi did a remake of that." Yeah,
and he did the same. Like he had some sort of MS or something. Kinda.
he did like all retarded. Like,
But I like
I'm
the
not
original.
friends.
I like the original Beatles song, but I can't
Yes.
stand this remake.
It's terrible. It's terrible. And then he said he sang the original with a legend. I don't see the gentleman that sung this. Isn't he dead?
Joe Cocker, is he?
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, Joe Cocker's got to be in his 70s or 80s, right?
Yeah. I don't
If
know
he is alive?
Let's see. He is not dead.
Oh, he's not dead.
Oh, wait a minute. No, he's dead. He died in 2014.
Okay. He's all fucked up. But, my friends.
So, yeah. So Corey's singing. So he's not singing with a legend. He's singing a song stolen by a legend.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's a Beatles song, correct? If I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that Ringo's song?
That's Ringo sings it. That's right.
Yeah. We watched a video a couple weeks ago with him singing it with the original artist of the song.
Yep. And it was a better performance, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. No doubt. So yeah, Corey Feldman is murdering this one.
I don't know, man. I mean, I will say, do you really need 50 people in your band to play I Get By with a Little Help from My Friends? Like, we don't need backup singers.
I don't think so.
We don't need a horn section. Don't need none of that. We certainly don't need Corey Feldman, but it looks like there's a lot of people there. I wonder what the occasion was. I can't read.
He said made it to NAMM show just in time for the 4 official, where I stopped to rock a bit of the Joe Cocker version of the Beatles classic "Little Help from My Friends."
Okay.
I need all the real friends I can get, because if you disagree with them or you make fun of him, he fucking blocks you. So
NAMM, North American Music, something or other, that's like a huge yearly event. So that's actually a pretty good get for old Corey. That's where everybody gets together, and all the music vendors and instrument vendors like Fender, although they all come and set up booths and kind of show off their new stuff.
okay, you see in the middle of the thing, Corey Feldman has blocked you.
Wow. Well, you must have really said something there. I mean, I've said some shit on X, but I've never been banned.
I'm trying to think when
blocked.
I didn't say anything fucking. I tweeted at him a couple months ago about a movie. One of the movies that we had watched, where it was like not Rock and Roll High School, but it was with like robots that took over the thing. And I said,
chopping.
yeah. And I said, Corey, I said, I actually, like, you should have been in that movie. I think that's got your name all over it. And then I had said something else, and then either one of his people is scouring social media for people that make fun of him, or he looked at my ex and said, "Oh, this guy's a hater."
That's a bit overboard on his part. I mean, you just suggested he be in Chopping Mall, which, by the way, I love that movie. I would consider it a compliment. And he would have been awesome in that movie.
Yeah. So I asked him a legitimate question and he didn't even answer. And then it's like, okay, then whatever. I don't care about that. But then you make fun of him and he fucking blocks you. It's like, dude, like I asked a legitimate fucking question.
Yeah. Yep.
And you didn't do anything until I made fun of your fucking retarded music. Okay.
The only guy I've ever been blocked by, there's a talk radio host named Steve Zabin. He does sports talk radio.
Okay.
But it was understandable because I can't remember what I responded to, but my response to something he said that was done was quit being so gay. And he immediately blocked me. I'm like, that's fair.
So he was gay.
It's fair. Fine.
Why are you so gay?
Why are you gay?
So yeah, that's our Corey Feldman section, and it was not good. And he blocked me. So we are just characters in the days brand new scene. We do our best to sing the words and the stages in between. Let me. For some reason, I didn't replace you on that one. You were not replaceable.
Oh,
not at all.
Not even by Beavis.
Not even by Beavis. So yeah, so that's our awesome Corey section of his retarded music.
God
It's a thing.
God bless him.
And a legend. I mean, like I said, Willie Nelson still slaps.
A lot of people like Willie Nelson, so yeah, and he still sounds good. So.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a real doozy of a Dum Dum of the Week.
Oh, that wasn't it?
Have you ever been to a restaurant, ate the food, and then didn't like it and returned it?
Not after eating it, no.
So did you just look at it and then return it, or say this isn't correct?
If there was something wrong or if it tasted rancid, then I've sent things back on a couple occasions, not too much, but yeah.
if it smelled rancid.
No, literally, I ordered
It literally grew fucking legs and walked away.
I had a meatball. Yeah. I ordered a meatball sub somewhere down in South Carolina or something, and I got it and took one bite, and it was off. I mean,
Really?
That got sent back. If I get sent out the wrong order, I'll send it back. But generally speaking, especially not after I've eaten the entire thing, I won't send things back.
Okay.
If I don't like something and it's not rotten, but I don't like it, I just don't go back to the restaurant.
I mean, it's pretty fair.
Yeah.
So we've got a real doozy for the Dum Dum of the Week. Dum 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 de doody dum 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 de doody dum 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 de doody dum. Wow 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 wow. All right.
2 slices of one pizza, and which is 25%, and then less than half of another.
Okay.
And then you ate all of those.
No, they didn't like it because it's very dry.
Again, ma'am, there's nothing I can do for you because that would be like me going to McDonald's, eating 3/4 of a meal and bringing them a bite of a burger and a couple of fries and expecting my money.
But we ate burnt food.
Okay, but then you shouldn't have ate it, especially when it was explained to you.
I didn't stop them.
Right, so
they
that's
were
on you.
just-
So there's nothing I can do for you.
Can I speak with the supervisor or corporate?
I'm the manager. I mean, you can make a complaint if you like, but that's the policy set by corporate.
Wow.
I mean, like I said, man, I explained it to you twice on the phone.
Okay,
what you
let me
would
call
need.
my sister, see what she says.
That's fine.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
is this sister gonna find you a brain for being that fucking dumb?
I'm sorry. I'm still stunned that she's a black woman. I can't believe it.
You can't believe it? Oh my God,
Nope. I'm surprised.
it's crazy.
No,
your
ma
sister?
pare descendi pour SID. Non, ça pas
And she's an immigrant.
bon. Quand est Cindy Paquet? Quand est
Sounds
Cindy
like she works
Paquet?
at Quality Leering Center.
I mean, she possibly could. She's the one that created the sign.
Yeah. Yeah. She's her proofreader. Right.
Okay, so side question: if you run a school or if you own some sort of school, what do you want to spell like the title of the company correctly?
Maybe. Yeah. That was the guy, that Nick Shirley fella.
Yeah,
He was selling hoodies with the logo on it, which I thought was great.
that's awesome.
Quality Leering Center.
Quality Leering Center. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it.
What's up, Doc?
Yep,
Yeah,
I followed in the in line with the boys at Jim and them and
yeah,
the Drew Lane. So I'm in that crew now.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
So yeah, this lady is straight up freaking dumb, dude.
You can't.
Like who eats something and this returns the box?
On DoorDash, there have been a couple of occasions where an order came and it was. I get that it's not going to be piping hot for DoorDash, but it literally was ice cold.
Yeah.
And it's because when I go to the map to track the driver, he's like doing like 2 different stops before he gets to me, which is annoying.
Yeah.
That's what. And I will send DoorDash notes saying, "Hey, the food came, everything was right, but it was like freezing cold." And they'll go, "Oh, whatever. Here's a $10." They don't care.
Okay.
But I wouldn't have the audacity to order a pizza, eat the whole thing, and then go back with an empty box and go, "I didn't like it. I want my money back."
It was no good.
It's rude.
It's rude. It's dumb. Rude. Like who does that? Like what is the logical thinking? Like what? Who does that? That's freaking crazy. It's so stupid. You think it's like a bit or something?
No,
you know what I mean? It's like you can't be that dumb.
I don't know. I think she's that dumb. I don't smell a bit out of this.
No bits to be had on this one.
I don't think so. I won't rule out completely it could be a bit, but I don't think so. This lady does not sound like a physicist.
Oh, she's not putting shit together in the back room.
No, she's
or in a lab.
No, she's not breaking down Shakespeare. I don't think she's. Yes, I know I ate it, but it was burnt.
It was burnt. But I didn't see it being burnt. She just wanted her money back because she was like, "It's not. I need my money for something else. Maybe a book or something, so she can."
Yeah, she had to buy. She wanted to buy an N for the sign. She had to save money.
Save some money for the N for the sign.
The N.
That shit's funny. All right, so she's our dumb of the week. Craziness. Dum 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 de doody dum 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 de doody dum 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 de doody dum. Wow 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 wow. Yeah, I got some jerkiness in that. I got to figure it out. I don't know why it's doing that.
But it was all right.
Got a little bit of jerkiness because it like hesitates. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to check the live feed and see if it's doing it on the live feed, but it's doing it when I play it. So I'll have to fix it.
You've got the cameraman eye. I don't notice stuff like that. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so I got a little history with this next one. A little bit of history. Okay, so this is Clifton Powell. He is they call him a living legend, but that's incorrect. Like he's funny and he's been in some funny stuff, but it's not like it's Tom Cruise here. It's not like it's Denzel Washington here. Come on, let's get real.
I have never heard of this gentleman. And
I reached out to his representative to play in my movie and do just like a guest spot one day type thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he lives as far as I know, he's from Atlanta.
All right.
And it was like, it'd be nice if he could come for one day. We can get some star power and, give him what his rate is. And then, he's gone.
Yeah.
His representative came back to me and was like $50,000.
What?
I'm like,
who does he think he is?
The movie is $15,000.
Well, that sounds like Clifton Powell's like, I don't really feel like doing anything, but if they pay me this enormous rate, I'll consider it.
Like,
otherwise,
I had somebody that's a producer do the same shit where it's just like, it's going to be 50,000 for this, and then it's like, I'm like, are you giving me like the fuck you price?
Yeah.
And he didn't say a word, and it's like, yes, you are. Like, you're talking about somebody who's been in the industry for 20 years and worked in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea of what the going rate for shit is.
$50,000.
$50,000 to do fucking finishing editing on my movie, which let me pull up real quick.
Has this guy been in anything that I've heard of? Oh, hey, look at that.
The Warrior is currently on YouTube.
You should put that in the description of all of these streams.
Yeah,
Derek.
yeah, I'm going to. It just showed up because it wasn't there the other day, so it's free to watch. So anybody wants to watch it, and then I get ads. I get part of the ads.
That's exciting. Congrats.
Yeah. So it's officially on YouTube under the free movie section or free with ads section.
Nice.
Yeah.
No ads for me, bub. I got Prime.
Nice. I won't be making money off you then.
Well, I have watched the movie 3 times, Derek. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, I did make money off you.
Yeah. Yeah, I rented it twice. And right.
Okay, so anyway, going back to Clifton Powell. Yeah, he gave me the fuck you price. Says 26 years later, Pinky's still tripping. Now, have you watched Friday 2? Have you seen the original Friday?
Yes, I believe I saw it off and on at a party when I was younger.
Okay, Friday 2 is the Ice Cube's character goes to live with his cousin or his dad's cousin, and they're like, they got a house and a nice car, and that's it.
Well,
so then Ice Cube's character works with his cousin at this record store, and Pinky is like the owner of the record store, who's like charismatic, like old school pimp, you know?
okay.
So it's kind of making fun of that, and he's in character.
When you shoot the basketball, you want to have your feet squared up to the basket, your shoulders squared up. These are shooting seams. When you put your hands...
Do me a favor, my man. Whoa! I play football. No.
This ain't Mayfair no more,
Say
man.
something else about Mayfair. Say it again. I'm Pinky. No.
Man, when I'm training other celebrities, they're not doing this,
Say
bro.
another celebrity. Say another celebrity name.
Man, I trained Michael B. Jordan.
Say another celebrity
Shoot
name.
the ball,
I ain't
OG.
playing with you,
Andrew,
man.
we're done.
I
You
ain't playing
tripping,
with you,
dog. Shoot the
I'm
ball.
Pinky. No.
And that looked like it was a glue gun.
Yeah, it was certainly.
YouTube, it's a glue gun that he's doing a skit with.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Pinky. No. Tell you something.
Hey, bro.
Let me tell you something. Pinky, nigga. Ask Craig and Day how we do it up at Pinky's, nigga.
Hey, man, that hurt, man.
But you can say the N word on YouTube?
Keep talking.
I DM'd you to teach you how to shoot.
Probably if it's a black person saying it, they can say what the hell they want.
Oh, nuts.
Groceries. Tell your girl, I'm gonna get a basketball for a little baby, old punk ass lethal shooter ass nigga.
Cut it off, Drew. Cut it off, man. I understand it now. We can't train people like him, man.
$50,000, huh?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, he ain't exactly Denzel Washington, but I'm sure he was.
exactly. That's the character that he was doing. And he's one of these ones where it's like, "Ooh, you did not talk to Pinky like that. Ooh, you did not talk to him like that." It's a pretty fun character. But yeah, Denzel Washington, he is not.
Big old Jerry curl. Look at that.
But yeah, he wanted a whole lot of money to play a fucking bit role in a movie.
Well.
Okay, so you know this gentleman. We have roasted this dude for being a fucking asshole for a couple weeks.
Let me see. Put my glasses. Oh, Tyrese. He's the one with the dogs that killed the dog, and isn't that him? Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. He had the dog. He just went back to court a couple days ago, and now he's got to pay 3 times the amount of child support. This is him basically crying about it.
Well,
I'm fucked up. I have nothing left. Tyrese encourages people to pour themselves into themselves first before trying to help others, and say, your life has a capacity.
all right.
To make the decision. I want you to take care of yourself.
And he was on last week's episode of That's My Mama.
Once you
You ever seen the Coming to America?
Yeah.
Yeah, the preacher's like, his last week's episode of That's My Mama.
to do something uncomfortable, which is put your face mask on first before trying to help others. I know it's uncomfortable because the thought is, well, if the plane is going down, I got to put the face mask on the kids. I got to take care of my wife. I got to take care of my husband. I got to take care of everybody and make sure everybody is okay. Everybody's okay, right?
Now we had talked about that his being broke is different than everybody else being broke.
Right.
I think he's legitimate broke now.
Oh, so he may be like Derek and Julio broke, not
I think
like
he might be
broke. All right. Well,
we might be able to get him on this channel.
get him for less than
Might have to pay
$50,000.
you, man. We have to pay him a little bit.
Hey, Tyrese, can you say the N word? I'm not allowed to. Can you say that for me real quick?
I'm f***ed up. I have nothing left, and I've taken care of everybody, and I got nothing left. And does anybody care to notice? Hello?
No.
Does anybody care to notice that I got nothing left for me? I ain't got nothing financially.
This is a bit.
Is
Does
it?
anybody want to pour into me the way I've poured into everybody?
Because, man, I'm feeling it, Derek. I'll
Does
be
anybody
honest.
want to ask?
Oh, really? You got a little tear? Got a little
No, but I
knot
get
in your throat?
I'm torn about Mr. Tyrese a little bit. I think he's a grade A jackass for letting his fucking little ghetto dogs out without a leash to go attack other people's dogs.
Yeah, munch on other people's dogs. Yeah.
But boy, he got fucked by family court. He's paying out of the nose to that woman. So
Well, I mean, you should. And we could talk about people freely giving their penis away, and this gentleman is freely giving his penis away to every girl possible, and it's caught up with him.
well, you shouldn't pay for that. I mean, they were divorced for a while. Didn't she come back for more because she sniffed out more money?
I mean, it's possible too.
I'm always on team ex-husband, always. Unless there was a beating involved, well, unless it was justified or some other sort of crime committed. But other than that, women just sniffing around their ex-husbands to look for how else they can screw them over and bring them dry. I'm not about that.
Okay.
So I get what old Tyrese is going through.
Me if I need any
there, brother.
food or groceries? Or y'all just gonna keep eating everything in the fridge, even when you got money and you can put food in the fridge? You don't do it because you're so used to bleeding me dry. This year, we have to do it differently.
Yeah, not be a jackass. That's job one.
Yeah, again, torn on the guy. Do I think he's a jackass? Yes, but he's also a brother in arms, so to speak, with this.
And I know you're not a religious person, but in this
No.
instance right here, you reap what you sow.
Yeah,
And he sowed some shit all last year.
maybe karma would be another way to look at it too. Maybe just
Yeah.
But what he's
Heard
saying,
me say
even
this-
though it's like fourth grade philosophy, you can't help anybody else unless you're in a good spot. So take care of yourself first. That's true. But yeah, I hear him. He's got his ex-wife's just trying to bleed him dry, man. I get that.
Before, and I'll say it again, loyalty has an expirational date. You can't continue holding on to dead weight, right? Because every boat has a capacity. And the reason that you are out of it and you're wiped out and you're tired and you're depleted and you don't feel fulfilled is because you're continuing to function beyond your capacity.
I thought it's because I stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Literally,
every
think of-
night. Okay. Maybe it's not my fault.
Function behind his capacity.
I don't know.
About
I'm
this.
vibing with him a little bit.
Okay, see, he's had bit parts in a lot of different projects, but he hasn't really carried any, right? I don't remember Tyrese Gibson being the main actor in a film. Like, he was in Transformers, a couple of the Transformer movies. He was in a bunch of different stuff. But it's just like, his royalties can't be that amazing, right?
I wouldn't think so, but he should have it. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter what his royalties are because every time he gets a royalty, his ex-wife comes and takes it.
Yeah, no shit.
There's a reason I live in a one-bedroom apartment, Derek. I've had a director level position in both of the job types I've had for years. And I live in a one-bedroom apartment. Now, do I care? Not really. the way
Yeah.
it goes. But it ain't because of me for
Yeah.
the most part.
So you see your brother in arms with him on this video, on this one.
Everybody who's been divorced and has been through family court, it's almost like being in the Marines and you meet another Marine and you automatically, even if you don't know the guy, you automatically have, you have a bond. It's the same way with divorced guys. It's just, you can almost see them. You can look at them and go, ooh, I don't know that guy, but I can tell he's been through some shit. I'm going to go buy him a beer.
I don't care if it's a Carnival Cruise Line ship, them huge boats. Every boat has a capacity. Your life has a capacity, and most of us are continuing to function beyond the scope of our capacity. And we got nothing.
At this point, his inspiring words don't mean shit. He literally got sued because of his dogs were chomping on other dogs.
Yeah, I can't have
He's
that.
went to family court multiple times because he's got multiple baby mamas and all this other shit.
Not down with that either. Yeah.
So it's like, bro, you made your bed, dude. Nobody else forced you to put your dick in these girls.
Yeah.
Nobody did.
Yeah, on the surface, just based on what I've seen that we've shared on this show and the little bits I see around the internet, do I think he's a good person? Probably not. As a matter of fact, he sounds quite selfish. So for him to say you have to take care of yourself before you take care of other people, well, doing that kind of put you in your position a little bit.
Yeah, no, the mindset, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I got you. But that does not, well, I don't want to, like, it wouldn't justify somebody like shooting him. Like, just because you're a bad person doesn't mean you
No, we're not, no act of violence, but his actions of speaking louder than words. You know what I mean?
You get where I'm going.
Yeah,
okay, let me use the term. It doesn't mean that it would be justifiable for somebody to go rob his house just because he's a bad guy.
Yeah, it's true.
Left for ourselves. Giving your time, your energy, your bandwidth, your money, your resources, your relationships, your wisdom, your knowledge, your this, your that. And I'm not saying be selfish in a negative way. I'm saying be selfish in the capacity of putting your face mask on first to make sure that you're okay first. And stop functioning from a place of giving people more and more and more.
It's been giving him the D
of what you don't have. If you make it to the end of this video, I want you to write
like and subscribe and put the Patreon down below.
Capacity.
Yeah, GoFundMe
2026.
I need GoFundMe for my broke ass.
Yep. I need all my broke ass hands to contribute.
Contribute $1, just $1, a cup of coffee.
The word capacity.
You remember the Sally Struthers videos back in the day?
Oh,
for
God,
just $1 a day, a cup of coffee.
10 cents a
2020.
day. These starving little African children with flies around their faces. It's so sad.
And every time that's ever brought up, Sam Kinison just pops in my head. Move where that food is! Move where that food is!
26. Put your face mask on first.
Suck on that.
I mean, you're not Aristotle. There,
Mental
probably.
health, therapy, getting massages, getting a manicure, pedicure, going to sit on that bench and reading that book.
Manicure.
Going to go visit your friends from high school that you know the moment you see them, you're going to be laughing for 10 hours straight. Do the road trip. Do the girls trip. Do the fellas trip. Go to the man cave. Go watch sports. I know your wife and your girlfriend then talked you out of connecting with all your friends because they still single and they up to no good.
I've been there.
But your wife will never understand the joy that you feel from hanging out with your boys that you grew up with, because the things that y'all can talk about, only y'all can talk about. You're not going to be an unfaithful man because you hanging out with people that are still...
My buddy Jason, I've known since we were middle school.
Mm-hmm.
I could talk about stuff, and he could talk about stuff to me, and we could talk to each other. We could put each other in line, too, because we've been friends for 35 freaking years.
Mm-hmm. I have a friend who I used to play music with, like, way back 20 years ago when I was married to my first wife, family, and all that stuff. I have not talked to him or seen him in 5 years. And he just texted me out of nowhere the other day. I called him up. We talked for 20 minutes. He's like, hey, I'm going to be in town. You mind if I crash at your place? I'm like, yeah. And it doesn't matter that we haven't talked for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like you said, I've known him for decades.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll just kind of fall back into where we, talk bullshit.
Yeah.
Talk about stuff.
It'd be just like the old times. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy
Single and live.
So I agree with I agree with Tyrese on that. But I want him to get to the fucking point though.
Well, yes, he is. He needs to land the plane. But I will say, on a logical level, I agree with everything he said. Don't know that I needed to say it, but
interesting.
I do.
Interesting.
In their best light, these are the people that are connected to the things that bring you joy. Let's make a commitment and get back to the people, the loved ones, and the environments that bring us joy. This is the year for you to open up that charitable organization. This is the year for you to write that book, because every time you tell people that story, they are holding on to your every word about your story. This is the year for you to make a decision to do something. Run for Congress. Go and get that bar exam passed so you can get that real estate license. Go and do something. Stop complaining about everything that's going on in your neighborhood or going on in the world, when God has given us the gift and the capability of doing something to change things. The days of you sitting at home quietly complaining about everything that's going on in the world. Remember, there was only one Martin Luther King. And Dr. Martin Luther King never even wanted to be a civil rights activist.
He was a communist.
Dr. King had...
He kind of was. I mean, I do like Dr. King, but he kind of was.
Communist, philanderer, plagiarist. But he said some good stuff. I mean, I agree with what he said.
And I mean, we probably talked about this before. When the civil rights movement ended, what's her name from the bus?
Selma, whatever her face is. Selma Backseat. No, that was Selma's a city. Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
Rosa Parks moved to Detroit, Michigan. And she lived out the rest of her life in Detroit, Michigan, not in the fucking South. And Mr. I, who owns the Detroit Tigers, the Detroit Red Wings, Little Caesars Pizza, and among other businesses, Olympia Entertainment, Mr. I paid her rent for the last 20 years of her life. Rosa Parks didn't have to do anything other than just be Rosa Parks.
I mean, that's good for her.
A white Jewish guy. Where were the black people that take care of Rosa Parks? Where the fuck were they? But every time, Martin Luther King's brought up, Rosa Parks is brought up. She was a great lady. She did great things.
It's because white people sometimes have the tendency to treat black people as if they're animals or children.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not capable of doing anything. I'll take care of you, which is the most racist thing on the planet.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is we're of all these people that always bring it up, where the fuck were they in their money to take care of Rosa Parks in their last 20 years of her life? Just saying. Good
point.
Had a problem with everything going on in the world, just like we all do. He went to Montgomery, Alabama, and he had an opportunity to be his first.
Okay, so we're gonna move on because
and I could do without the whole.
Like, what are you doing, man? Your life, like, it's almost like because his life sucks right now. He's trying to be positive and, well, everybody, we need to buck down. We need to do this and that and this and that. Like, his life sucks at the moment.
Well, he's also he's projecting himself into other people. Like,
yeah. Well, I gave all my stuff, and you give everybody stuff, and they get their nails done, and all this other stuff. And he's basically talking about his shit without talking about his shit.
And he's comparing himself to Martin Luther King Jr. in this fashion. He's saying, well, he's trying to draw inspiration from him and saying, well, if he could do this and march on Montgomery, I can certainly achieve my goals, which is, it's a reasonable way to think. There are times, Derek, I see people like, wow, I wish I was that guy. He's got a lot of energy. I need to be more like him. But I don't know, man. It's yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't have a problem with anything he said, and it made me want to go smoke a Newport, and drink some Hennessy with him. And just
pour one out
chill.
for the
Like,
homies.
legit, I would hang with Tyrese just to talk shit about ex-wives and stuff. It'd be a good time. He'd have a
Not
good
about his
time.
dogs. Don't bring the dogs up.
I wouldn't. Well, no, I wouldn't. Well, after my third Hennessy, I may say something about the pit bulls or whatever ghetto animal he brought into a nice neighborhood. But other than that, I don't know. My Tyrese meter has gone more to the positive after this.
So here's another person that I don't know. You might have some positive thoughts about.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. I just wanted to say I am so sorry for what is happening in Minneapolis and our country, really.
Yeah, me too.
But specifically Minneapolis right now, because it's where I shot my last stand-up special, and everybody there.
And nobody showed up. Oh, sorry.
Couldn't have been more lovely. I shot it there.
She made millions and millions and millions of dollars on her talk show. She was number one for at least a decade. She looks like a homeless person.
She doesn't look. I will listen. My first, I won't say experience with Ellen DeGeneres to sound like we went on a date, but my first, I guess I'll say experience. I remember she used to be on the Comedy Network when it was called. It was called Ha. It was called the Ha Network when it first came out, and they did lots of like little 5 or 6 minute stand up, almost like MTV for comedians in a way.
Okay.
And she was one of the ones that was on there. She was funny, and I thought she was cute. And I'm like, oh, what happened?
Leftism?
She was very funny. I remember going, oh, she's the funny girl with the pretty blue eyes. You know, she was, boy, oof. And apparently behind the scenes, she is a
biatch.
Absolute, just not a very nice person.
No.
Does she still live in America? She's one of the ones that
No,
moved
she's one of the ones that
Ireland.
moved, but yet she has opinions. How is that possible?
Yeah, that's right.
I thought you didn't care about America.
Like, bitch, you left. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up and live.
Yeah.
My opinion is she hadn't left America. She just said that.
Because they say it's the happiest city in America. And
the happiest city in America with all the fucking crime and people stealing money. And then now you have people taking over hotels and smashing windows. Are those people on the right? I don't think they are.
Well, Minneapolis used to be a very clean and crime-free city. And I can't quite put my finger on what could have possibly caused that to change.
Can't. Maybe it's some sort of melanin of skin type. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah,
I found that to be true. So my thoughts and my prayers are going out to everyone, and I'm proud of everyone who's protesting peacefully.
No, they're not protesting peacefully. You're dumb bitch.
And I am sorry for anyone who has been hurt.
By their own doing.
Right, correct.
Just for protesting.
No,
not
that's
true.
a lie. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Ellen DeGeneres.
Woman tried to run the ICE agent over with her car.
Yes. And then the other guy had a fucking gun. And yes, he has a Second Amendment right. But when you're at a protest with a bunch of people that are fucking causing crimes, you don't get to call Second Amendment when everybody around you is causing crime and then you cause crime.
Well, did he? I don't know. Well, I don't want to get on a tangent. I don't know so much about the second fella, that nurse, whatever, that got killed. I don't know if he pointed his gun at an ICE agent or...
I guarantee you they're loading up the body cams. I guarantee it.
What's funny is that everybody's accusing ICE of being these like fascists and jackbooted thugs and stuff. If they were, there would be no protesters left.
Exactly. They wouldn't be able to protest.
Wiped them out already. So,
yeah. It's so stupid, dude. It's so freaking stupid.
Oh, he fought an ICE officer and all right, well, I mean, you're right about the medical system, but
and of course, as soon as that happened, he was a good boy. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Well, that reminds me of the Ferguson. I think Michael Brown, remember that? And then they rioted in Ferguson. That big stupid thug who tried to rob somebody at gunpoint, but afterwards, all they ever showed was the picture of him in his high school graduation cap.
Yeah,
and he was a good boy.
He didn't do nothing wrong.
He didn't do nothing. Okay.
If the news story starts with he was a nice boy, he didn't do nothing wrong, or he lived next door and I thought he was a nice guy. if all three of those start the news story, you know it's bullshit.
Uh-huh. Well, I do have one.
He murdered 20 people, but I thought he was a nice guy. He would say hi to me every once in a while.
Yeah, he was turning his life around. Sure,
he's turning his life around.
Who doesn't make mistakes every now and again?
Yeah, if any of those three start the news story, I'm out.
Yeah, Hitler was turning his life around. I mean, he made some decisions that were probably not a good idea, but you know, he likes animals. He has a nice dog. He's got to be a good guy, right?
He loves kids. He's a kid guy.
Loves kids.
Anyway, I just sending love.
Love from whatever fucking bushwhack town that you're in, you fucking whore.
I mean, step one in not getting shot by an ICE agent is stay home.
Yeah, exactly. How about you pull out your little vote card and vote for a change? No, they're causing crime, and then they want change because people don't stand at attention and listen to them.
I'd kill to see what these agitators get paid. Just curious.
Yeah.
Well, good for Ellen. She's in Ireland with her wife, I guess.
Okay, so we've seen Kristen Stewart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She was cute once upon a time. I mean, is it part of the lesbian cult where you have to look more and more fucking repulsive if you join that team? You still can't be cute. I mean,
that's actually a good point, and some discussions have been had around that the left wants to destroy beauty, whether it be in new video games that come out where the lead character is a female that is like bald and stuff. I'm like, back in my day, people in video games or in movies, Derek, back in the day, they were attractive, both the men and the women, unless they were caricature, like fat guy or what, you know.
I don't understand why you have to. It's okay that you're a lesbian, but why do you have to also be ugly at the same time?
I don't know.
She was cute. She was really cute.
She had one of the most iconic. She's very beautiful. And I don't know if you have that going for you, why you would continually try to wreck that. I don't get it. If I look like Brad Pitt, I'd look like Brad. Yeah, it was terrible. Travesty. The Corey cost.
So we're gonna play this video and yeah.
Movies this year that I think really pay reverence and like honor and trust instincts versus displaying stuff, wanting to be like, I'm so fucking sick of watching people seem like they're something.
Okay.
Just do it. And then let other people
just do it, bro, and do stuff.
Decipher how you did it and allow them to fucking hate it or love it or reimagine it. But seeming sucks and being feels really good. And I feel like more than anything, the movie's sound is just like allowing it to be because the pictures are disparate.
I mean, is heroin pretty much taking over her life? I would think.
I don't know, but I'm trying to get my head around what she just said.
Yeah, it's hibbity jibbity. Like
it was like kind of word salad. How old is Kristen Stewart? She's got to be like 40, maybe.
She got to be. Yeah, she's got to be.
I mean, why? She's dressing like a rave kid who's 17. Come on, grow up.
Yeah.
It's such a shame because she has such perfect facial features. Like even she tries to ugly herself up, but you can still see you're like, you're low key hot. You're just trying to hide it. But
35.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah, she was gorgeous back in the day. I don't understand that. Just because you like girls of the same sex that you also have to be ugly as fucking sin. Like what? Is there something? I mean, is there a card that you have to get for that shit?
I don't know. Similar to Ellen DeGeneres. Now, Ellen DeGeneres was in no way as pretty as Kristen Stewart, but she was cute. She was a cute blonde girl with blue eyes. She wasn't with big nose, but other than that, she was 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Is that the thing? Now, on the other side of the spectrum, did you see what Sydney Sweeney is doing lately?
I saw some sort of story, and I could probably try to find it. Something about the Hollywood sign, and she might get charges.
Oh, I didn't see that. I just noticed that she's starting a lingerie brand, and she was promoting it with the big ass boobs and a bra and stuff like that.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
Like, here you go, girl. Use what you got, baby. Do your thing.
So Sydney Sweeney did not have permission to climb the Hollywood sign and hang bras.
Oh, that must be a tie into what I just mentioned. Maybe.
Yeah, because the Hollywood side is technically on private property. But you know how many people visit the Hollywood sign?
They're just targeting her for the story, maybe.
Exactly.
Well, she'll get a fine.
Exactly.
Probably.
Because she doesn't have right think, so they're going to target her and say, "Oh, she did a thing wrong. She's not perfect."
For all, like, people who would say, most people would say Kristen Stewart is a feminist, right? Isn't that what you think most people?
Oh, she's a
would say?
big time man hating feminist.
But she's
lesbian,
not
ugly chick.
like she's not embracing her femininity. Sydney Sweeney is a feminist. She's independent. She does what she wants. She doesn't have a man telling her what to do. She's like, I got big cans. I'm going to show my big cans to make money.
Use it if you got it.
Yeah, go ahead, Sydney.
Yeah, I mean, 10, 15 years from now, who knows? Her looks may fade, so
that's right.
You got to use that shit now.
That's right. I agree.
Yeah, use that shit now. Okay, for one of our favorite people, Chris Pratt. He's talking about AI and talking about Tilly Norwood. And we talked about Tilly Norwood a couple weeks ago, who's the AI generated actress.
She's the non-existent actress that
Yep.
talent agencies are trying to sign up.
Yes.
It's weird.
I don't feel like someone's going to replace me that's AI. I heard this Tilly Norwood thing. I think that's all bullshit. I've never seen her in a movie. I don't know who this bitch is. So, it's all fake until it's something. I think it's an amazing tool, and in the right hands could really help people to tell stories. It's inevitably going to disrupt the industry. We're in the midst of an intellectual revolution. We are not the first or last industry to be disrupted by AI. And I think we just keep trucking forward. Great filmmakers are going to make great films, and they're going to probably implement these tools if it helps streamline production.
I don't know what's going on with his hair, though. What's up with the hair?
I don't know. I can't.
If it helps bring the cost of production down, it's
say
inevitable.
anything.
And I don't think you're going to replace the human soul.
I got a big old mop, so I can say
or
stuff.
A writer,
yeah, you're good.
Or an actor, or a singer, or any of this stuff that requires human yearning and suffering and vision and art. There's a soul-to-soul connection when you're watching a movie. You might not be able to put your finger on what you're digesting the way you can by saying, oh, my eyes are seeing this, my ears are hearing this. Our hearts also connect to material, and we might not fully comprehend that sense, but it's there. And in the absence of a true connection there, it's just not going to feel right. It's not going to feel.
I said the same thing. When you're writing something, you're writing with emotion, you're writing with passion. You want your characters to live on the paper and hopefully live on the screen. AI is not going to be able to do that. It's not going to be able to evoke that emotion.
That is,
people can disagree with me, but I don't think it's going to, because
we will see.
I've watched some great movies the last couple weeks. Is one of the people that I'm living with. He likes movies too, so we've been deep diving into military movies and all kinds of stuff. Some great stuff out there, and it has nothing to do with AI.
Well, okay, let me ask you this then. See, I'm a big video gamer, right? And I like games that have stories, like story games. You can get emotionally attached to a video game character in the same way you can with a character in a movie, I would say, at least in my experience.
It's tough. I mean, the best attempt was The Last of Us, and then they fucked it up with the TV show.
They did.
Like, the video games were good, and then they fucked it up with having a transgender character in the second one. And then it's just like, come on. Like, did you really need to go there?
I like that he said, I've never seen that bitch. Is that misogynistic to call a fake?
He's a Christian too, and he does a little cussing. That's my one bugaboo.
Big deal.
Good. We're going to be missing something. We might not be able to fully articulate what we're missing, but I think it's the human soul, and so I think that's gives me comfort.
Leo DiCaprio said it best. You see something that's made by AI, you say, oh, that's cool. You forget about it in 5 minutes. You see a movie like Mercy made by humans, that'll stick with you, man.
That's exactly what Leonardo DiCaprio did say about the movie Mercy. You're right. He said, if you see a movie like Mercy, it's going to stick with you. And you heard it here first. Leo loves the movie. He's
There you go. Name dropping.
Name dropping, baby.
Good for him.
So, yeah, I mean, I agree with them where there's going to be limitations with AI. I honestly believe that.
I am playing.
And somebody like me is going to rip it apart because I'll be able to tell AI right away.
I'll play devil's advocate on this, and I'll use the video game example again. I've been playing a series of game called I think it's Yakuza or Yakuza. I don't know how it's pronounced, but anyway, it's a series of games. And if you play through them, your main character is maybe 20, 21. And by the end of the series, he's 50.
Okay.
And he meets a little girl in the first game who's a little cute girl, and he takes the girl under his protection. And as the games go on, the girl grows up. And in the last game, she's married and has kids. And you get, like, I got kind of attached to the story. And the little girl, I don't know if it was father instincts kicking in or something, but you know, I was moved at some of the dialogue and the storytelling in the game. And they're not real people.
No, but they take humans to be able to put that information in there. AI is supposed to be thinking for itself.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, a human wrote it.
Yes.
Voice. Okay, that's fair.
An AI is supposed to be thinking for itself. A true AI. I still think it's a lot of algorithms that they say as AI, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, we'll move on. Okay, I thought this was funny. This doesn't... I mean, there's been all kinds of documentaries, and it was a huge part of the 60s. Okay, so the Black Panthers were a presence in the 60s. During the Civil Rights Movement, they were all over the place in the 60s and the 70s.
Right.
They faded away. And in 2020, there was people that were claiming that they were trying to bring the Black Panthers back.
Oh, yeah, Philadelphia. Yep.
And then recently, there was a video that came out of about 6 or 7 guys saying that they want to bring the Black Panthers back, and that they were commanded to do it. The person that owns the copyright is like,
Oh, really? So this is a hold up, wait a minute situation.
Hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I'm going to try to make this video as calmly as possible. My name is Maisha Newton. My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. Okay? My handle name is Maisha 415 Newton. I got birth certificate, paperwork, and a whole bunch of Newtons who are ready to whip. Listen, this goes out to the Black Panther Party, the new United Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you because you guys are... You are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court, bitches.
Ooh. Okay, so then here is a response to the video of them saying that we're Black Panthers.
Knows Paul Birdsong. I got a message from Aaron Dixon today saying that he no longer supports us. That after he gave me orders to make a video saying that him and other members were coming, that he withdrew his support, and that he said that this situation is unimportant to him, even though my comrades have risked their lives and spent thousands of hours of their time and dollars in life standing behind a cause. You know, he said he's going to make a statement saying no one has the right to call himself a Black Panther going forward.
Wow, really?
I got the copyright.
I told him to make sure that he put in that statement that he did, in fact, give us the right to call ourselves that, because I still have the messages where he did, just in case he doesn't. And I put in there also, make sure that you put in there that Emory Douglas did give us the right to wear that emblem, because I still have the messages where that happened too. But as it stands, because of that, because of me and my comrades risking our lives and all the heat that we went under, because of the counter-revolutionary practices, because we don't believe in black nationalism, like Bobby Seale said in the video that I shared on my page earlier, that black nationalism is acquiesce to racism, and that we don't stand like that we're internationalists and intercommunalists, just like Huey Newton said. We will no longer identify with this flag. We will no longer identify ourselves as the Black Panther Party for self-defense. We're going to take OG.
Okay. You know what would be funny if he unfurled a new flag and said, we're now the Black Pumas. And he had like a new flag and everybody took their jackets off with the new logo.
The Black Pumas.
Listen, everybody has a right to join a little cute organization if they want to, whether it be the Nazi Party, the Communist Party, the Black Panthers, but they're all LARPing. They're LARPers.
Yeah.
I mean, look at in the back. This reminds me of a Public Enemy album
and
cover.
the owner of the copyright.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
The only thing missing from this, in comparison to a Public Enemy album cover, is Flavor Flav in the background.
With the big fucking clock.
It's
like, boom.
just, it's what are they? Who are they protecting from? What I don't know, man.
And then here was the second response that they had. It was kind of a two-parter.
We're looking for big, strong men. Yes, big, strong type men. Big, strong men. We're looking for big, strong men. Yes, big, strong type men. Big, strong men. We're looking for big.
Big, strong men.
All power to the people.
You know, the difference between like 2020 and 2026 is like people used to worry about them and take them seriously, but now nobody. This group, the other groups that come up, like Antifa, they're a laughing.
I mean, Black Panthers were of the time, right? Like they were of the time in the 60s.
They were like the militant wing of the movement.
But they're also nationalist, right?
Well, this guy said they're not. I don't know. I think they're just confused. Like if I don't know. I don't know. All I know is they were just guys that would like stare at you with a mean face and have guns.
Sorry, I didn't mean to mess up your Black Panther party. Forrest Gump. Black Panther Party was an American Marxist-Leninist and Black Power political and militant organization founded by Bobby Seals. See, but this is freaking Reddit though, or excuse me, this is Wikipedia.
The whole Black Martin Luther King,
something else.
Black Panthers are Marxists. They're all Marxist.
Some sort of Marxist group.
Yeah, because that's, it's like everybody with the Che Guevara shirts and even the terms they use, counter-revolutionaries and stuff. It's all a LARP. It would be a laugh if it wasn't a cry. It's sad.
So it's founded in 1966 in Oakland, California. The Black Panther Party was self-defense, was the era of most influential militant Black power organization.
Right.
Its members confronted politicians, challenged the police, and protected Black citizens from brutality. The party's community service program are illegal immigrants from Somalia and Honduras and El Salvador and Mexico and wherever the fuck they going. Are those people considered Black people?
Who knows?
I don't think so, right?
They're all, I don't know. I mean, if you're really trying to protect Black people from violence, my suggestion would be to maybe start with the people who commit the most violence against Black people.
And that's true.
And it's not cops, and it ain't white people.
Yeah, it's other melanin-filled people.
But that's what the stats say.
Survival programs provide food, clothing, and transportation rather than integrating American society. Members wanted to change it fundamentally. For them, Black power was a global revolution. But yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, good for them. Whatever. Anything that stinks of Marxism, whether it be Antifa, Black Panthers, I got no time for.
We don't hate nobody because of color. We hate oppression.
Me too.
And I mean, didn't Malcolm X say that the white liberals were going to be the problem? I think he was right.
Malcolm X said a lot of things, that him and Louis Farrakhan. I mean, I'm not down with the movement because I'm a white guy. That's not my thing, really. But sometimes I listen to their speeches and I'm like, they're like Tyrese Gibson. They got a point there.
Speaks to your soul.
May have a point every now and again, So, yeah, the white liberal being the big enemy, he was right about that. Nailed that one.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought it was funny. I know we don't really talk about history and stuff, but I thought it was funny where the family's like, no, you don't.
It's funny that she's going to sick lawyers on the Black Panthers. That's interesting.
Okay, you had sent this to me on X last week or maybe a week and a half ago.
Oh, it's Bill Maher. Yeah.
Bill Maher was at a award show, just doing the Bill Maher, I'm showing up with my wife Hollywood thing.
Sykes also wearing a Be Good pin for Renee Good, obviously, and trying to use this platform for activism. Do you feel that's effective or no?
Oh, come on. We're just here for show business today.
Yeah.
It was a terrible thing that happened, and it shouldn't have happened. And if they didn't act like such thugs, it wouldn't have had to happen. But I don't need to wear a pin about it.
Be good. So basically, have 3 kids, get 2 of them taken away by the state because you're a shitty ass mother. Then your husband dies. You become a lesbian, and then you try to stop federal police officers and try to run one of them over, and then get shot. Is that good? Is that a good person, Julio?
No, I mean, her name is Renee Good. I'm sure that's why the button said that. But I like that he's like, look, we're here for stupid movie shit. So can we lay off the politics? And even when he said, if they weren't so thuggish, it wouldn't have happened. I'm sure in his head he meant ICE being thuggish. But
he's a liberal. He doesn't lie about the fact that he's a liberal.
Yeah, he's
and
a liberal.
I don't have a problem with somebody that thinks differently than me. It's the fucking whack jobs that keep getting power. They keep getting press. They keep getting all this bullshit when they're fucking whack jobs.
But the problem, the part of the divisiveness in this country, which is more than it's ever been, is when you say if they didn't act thuggish, it wouldn't happen. You can frame they being either side.
Yeah.
You can say, well, it's the masked guys with jackets.
Well, maybe that's him doing that, so he's not picking a side.
He's a pretty smart guy. Maybe.
Okay, so if he has a good guest on, I'll watch his Club Random.
Yeah.
If he has a good guest on. I don't always watch it, but if he has a good guest on, I'll watch it. And I don't always agree with what he has to say. But I do appreciate the conversation that he does have with people that do agree with, or that do disagree with him. I appreciate that.
My aversion to weed, which he smokes a lot of, I don't know, same with Joe Rogan. I'm like, really, are we going to get high and have a chat? But that's me, though. That's on me. That's my problem. I don't have a problem with people smoking marijuana and
I don't.
whatever.
I look past that, but like I do agree. I do appreciate having the conversation that a lot of people don't. They want to pick a side and not have a conversation.
Yeah. He's been around forever, Bill Maher.
Yeah, he has.
All right, I'm on a union break for 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay,
my streamers union.
Oh, it booted me out. It gave me the old boot. Okay, so the new head of CBS, Barry Weiss, she's basically going to cut jobs, and she told everybody she was going to cut jobs, and now they're all freaking out. And there was I want to say it was probably 6 months ago that somebody tried to get in there and make some changes. And the people at CBS were just like, yeah, right. I'm going to call the union and you're not going to do shit about it. And now all of a sudden she started doing shit about it and they're freaking the fuck out. They're absolutely freaking. Okay, so it says Barry Weiss told CBS News staffers during a town hall meeting Tuesday morning that she wanted the network to focus on more on growing the audience of digital and social media rather than trying to retain viewers of its broadcast television programs. I am here to make CBS News fit for purpose in the 2021, the 21st century. And they classify her as right wing, which I don't necessarily think that she's right wing, but they want to, anytime they want to demonize somebody, they call them right wing. Hopefully, all I want it to be is moderate. I'm tired of the spin on every single thing where it's a leftist spin. I don't want that. I want the news. I'm watching the news for fucking news. It's crazy. Oh, she is liberal. Just got liberal enough for the nut jobs. Okay. And I don't have a problem if somebody is a fucking liberal in the middle. I don't have a problem with that as long as you have the conversations. It's the freaking nut jobs that we see in fucking a certain city that's in the Midwest. But I thought it was interesting. Just kind of a quick thing Well, she's gonna go in there and kick some ass. Hopefully at CBS.
No, it's Barry. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Television's whatever dead.
Pretty much. Okay. This next one, and we haven't talked about it, so I've got a couple videos where we're going to kind of catch up on it.
This is right up my alley, Derek.
I grew up in Belleville, Michigan, which is about 15 minutes outside of Ann Arbor. When I was sick as a little kid, I went to Mott Children's Hospital at the University of Michigan. There is maize and blue running in my DNA.
Go blue. Yep.
And go blue. So Michigan, like all the other colleges, started going fucking woke. And and Michigan has always had a thing with their football coaches. We have to hire a Michigan man. They have to be a Michigan man or we're not interested. So what do? They say, this gentleman is a Michigan man, and we can say that he's the first black head coach of the Michigan Wolverine football team. So we'll have a double win. He's a Michigan man. He's the first black coach in Michigan history. And what happened? He pissed it away like all the other fucking idiots do.
Yep.
And so I've got about 3 or 4 videos that we're going to watch this. And this dude is a piece of shit.
This is video of former Michigan coach Sharon Moore and his wife walking into the Washtenaw County Courthouse just a little before.
His wife that he was cheating on and then wanted to unalive himself because of it. This dude is a whack job.
Before noon today.
And she's a whack job for staying with him.
Whack job for marrying him in the first place.
That connected to his arrest late last year. Lauren Kostick was in the courtroom today for the hearing. Lauren, this was expected to be procedural, but it turned out to be a lot more than that.
Yeah, it sure did. The hearing itself was short and not much happened inside, but it was still a very strange sight seeing the former Michigan coach walk into the courthouse today. He didn't have much to say, but his attorney sure did, telling us she believes these charges should be thrown out. Sharon Moore was dropped off at the Ann Arbor courthouse Thursday in a black Tesla. His wife and attorney by his side.
He won't be making any statements.
It's Moore's first court appearance since being charged with felony invasion and stalking. Moore was fired in December after an investigation by the university found he was having an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. He then allegedly went to her apartment and threatened to hurt himself. During the hearing, his wife and other supporters sat front row as Moore stood next to his attorney, Ellen Michaels.
Your name, sir?
Sharon Moore.
Michaels requested additional time to gather evidence, including
Hey, I know
phone
this
and
guy.
Title IX records. The prosecutor adding that the investigation is still ongoing. The judge agreed to push the probable cause hearing to...
You remember what we watched, right?
I'm saying this judge is from something. Derek, is that what you're talking
the
about?
police officer didn't have pants on.
Ah, that's the guy. Yeah, I was like, I know this guy.
Like, brother, you need to put some pants on.
That's right.
March. Michaels then addressed reporters outside, saying her
Sharon
client
Moore's
is
fucked.
innocent.
That's the judge.
She's now working to have the charges dropped.
On behalf of Mr. Moore, we filed a motion to quash the arrest warrant
Whatever.
and dismiss the complaint. We've requested that this court grant a Frank's hearing.
Oy vey.
Because this warrant was issued based on false and misleading statements presented as fact.
She didn't say who made those statements, but said,
"We're confident the truth will come out in court under oath,
Careful what you wish
where
for.
it belongs."
Moore and his wife left without saying a word.
I mean, what are you going to say? Yeah, I cried like a bitch and tried to off myself. Okay.
And again, his attorney is basically saying the evidence that led to his arrest.
Like we talked about during the Busfield coverage that we were doing, is that lawyer's job is to lie.
Yes.
Like one side's lying. So one of those lawyers is lying knowingly. And my hunch is it's that lawyer. That's just my gut feeling so
It's your
far.
gut feeling?
I'm also
Arrested
disgusted that
these
this
charges-
woman, his wife is there supporting him. She's
Yes.
supporting the other side.
Oh, fuck yeah, she should.
In my opinion. If it
Or
was
flip
my
that
daughter-
bitch. Flip her.
If she was my daughter,
She
I'd be like,
says was
are you
misleading.
you were dumb marrying him in the first place. I let that go. This time, you're clearly not capable of making good decisions.
Come on, man. He's a Michigan man.
I can't stand Michigan, but I have personal
He's
reasons.
a black Michigan man because the Michigan University has to go woke. and we have to hire a black man.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Yep.
And is false. The hearing for that is set for
That's like nominating Kwame Kilpatrick. The same shit happened.
February 17th.
Oh, Cheeks Kilpatrick. His mom is a great city councilman. He is a nice young man. And what fucking happened?
It will be very interesting to see what evidence she brings to the table.
There seems to be a
Now
pattern
live in Ann
again.
Arbor, Lauren Kostick, Local 4.
Yep. All right, here's the next one. And a couple of these happened recently. A couple of these happened a couple weeks ago. So we're just kind of summarizing everything. This is an arraignment about a month ago.
All right.
So basically, this happened first, and then what the video I just played about them trying to throw it out is a month later, basically.
F1, 2-1.
So a couple days ago, he went back to court. So that's sort of like why I was like, okay, we haven't really talked about it, so I'll bring some videos up.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did.
This is the people of the state of Michigan versus Sharon Banfield Moore. Mr. Simon. Appearances.
He's a nice young man.
Katie Rizmersky, First Assistant Prosecutor for the Special Victims Unit for the People.
And Your Honor, Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Moore.
That's the charges, sir.
We waive formal reading of the complaint. Your Honor, stand mute to the charges.
Formal reading having been waived, the plea of guilty will be entered on your client's behalf. Simon, make your bond argument now or reserve?
Your Honor, I think the people want to make a presentation, and I'll go after that if that's okay.
All right, Ms. Rizmersky.
Your Honor, thank you.
Just imagine, in 2 months' time, you are the head coach of the Michigan Wolverine football team.
Opportunity of a lifetime.
An opportunity of a lifetime, and you piss it away. In 2 months, literally, it's probably less than 2 months, a month.
Yep. It's
like the wheels fell off, and it was fucking over.
It's a tale as old as time. It seems to be a problem with athletes where it's like literally all you have to do is A, not get arrested, and B, keep your dick in your pants on occasion if you're married. That's it. Those two things, and you were golden for the rest of your life, and yet some people can't even do that.
It's an iconic football team that you're the head coach of. And you fuck it up. Because his dick has to get touched. It has to.
Yeah, it's no impulse control. Michigan's definitely top three iconic colleges in any order. It's Alabama, Michigan, Notre Dame. Those are the three.
You can, whatever order that you want to put them, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very much. I appreciate that. Mr. Simon. And thank you for the opportunity to be heard. As the court is well aware,
Liberal Karen, for sure.
More women should wear their hair like that, though.
a series of offenses in Michigan.
You like the curly cues on the side? Curly cues?
I'm not saying she's sexy, but the hair is a little sexy. It's like it's a little tousled up and stuff. I think it's good.
Come on, Julia, would you? She's not blonde though.
Yeah, but well, I'm gonna yeah.
You take one for the team?
Just only to see what happens when she takes those barrettes out and stuff and the hair comes down flowing like a prince. I just want to see that visual real quick.
And I didn't do it on purpose, but do you see how many baldies are in the background?
Oh my God. Man, you're not kidding.
There's three right here. There's three over here. There's a lot of balds happening right now.
This woman should be charged for stealing their hair. That's clearly what happened. She just keeps adding
patchwork. She just fucking
yeah. It's like a white woman weave. She's just stealing white people's hair.
Allow you to deny bond. We're certainly not asking for that. This is a felony of home invasion third degree, misdemeanor stalking, and misdemeanor entry without permission. Your Honor, we are asking for a $25,000 cash or surety bond in light of the fact that we cannot ask for you to deny bond. I get that he is a man of means, and so this is a bit of a nominal monetary ask, but quite frankly, it would be an ask that I would make for any defendant charged with these offenses before you. So what strikes me as perhaps more important in this...
We're not going to watch all this because the audio is kind of irritating the crap out of me. Her audio keeps going in and out, but let me see if I can see here. So that's his lawyer. Let me get to her, the state.
Zero prior contact with the criminal justice system in any fashion. The threat
Must be
of
their
public
feed or
safety
something.
argument
It's the mic placement, which I'm sure
Yeah.
you would know. They've got it hanging in the middle somewhere. It's just picking up echo and stuff.
The next thing is that the people referenced the court rule that I want to come back to, that you can't deny bond in a situation like this. And they referenced something else that I want to come back to, which is the fact that they reviewed thoroughly the police report, and they reviewed thoroughly the body cam. I've had none of that opportunity. And not too early for that in the proceedings, so when people come here and make factual representations, although I trust Ms. Brzezinski very much as an officer of the court, I have no ability to respond to those factual representations. So here's what I'm going to ask the court.
What?
Okay, so we're going to switch this over. Yeah, the audio is irritating the crap out of me. Okay, so we'll play this.
561-553 for domestic. Subject just called the caller, told her there's a male at the location in the house attacking her. The state's been stalking her for months. For the Pittsfield unit's reference to domestic, we just got a call from S1's wife in Ann Arbor saying that the subject is suicidal. Reference losing his job today.
Suicidal.
He walked out with a knife. Clear. And just FYI, there's a U of M detective that's going to be making that location as well.
So yeah, that was the...
For expanded coverage on this story, and I would say a pretty based take on DEI hires in sports, Jason Whitlock is your guy.
Did he say something about it?
I sent you a link. It's like 9 minutes long, but he goes hard.
Okay.
On why they hired him, how it's stupid that they hired. Jason Whitlock's a black guy, by the way. He was been a sports reporter for a very long time.
Yeah, that's where you got to start, really.
Yeah, and he actually started off. Jason Whitlock did as a bit of a race baiter. You know.
Yeah, a little bit.
But he found Jesus, and now he's all the opposite. He's very Christian, very DEI is bullshit, and they shouldn't hire people just because they're black, because black people always fuck it up.
After Moore's firing was announced, we learned that he was arrested at a church after a woman made a 911 phone call in her apartment. Our team coverage continues with 7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wimbley. He's in Pittsfield Township hearing from a witness who saw Moore's arrest.
Police caught up with Sharon Moore at a church 6 miles from here and nearly 2 hours after he left this apartment complex where his former executive assistant lives.
The vehicle was near that shed in the back. It was like a navy blue Tahoe type vehicle that I saw, and the cop cars were all surrounded.
Lindsay Trott was picking up her daughter when she happened to spot police swarming an SUV at the corner of Willis and Celine Milan Road.
It seemed like too much for somebody just to be getting pulled over, something like that. So I knew it had to be something much larger.
The parking lot of this Celine church doubles as the hard landing of Moore's fall from grace. The university had just announced it had fired Moore after finding evidence he engaged in an inappropriate relationship with the staff member.
Subject just called the caller, told her there's a male at the location in the house attacking her. The state's been stalking her for months.
Pittsfield Township Police responded to that staff member's apartment a little after 4 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. The woman claims Moore assaulted her.
Heard probably like a thud, more so not a door closing or slamming. It was like something hitting the wall or something heavy really dropping.
Justin Giardini lives next door.
I just wasn't thinking it was anything serious like that. Like I just thought someone dropped something, to be honest. So now thinking about what it was, who it was, what happened, it's just kind of crazy to think that was happening right next door to me. I didn't even know.
Prior to the alleged assault, dispatchers received a troubling call from Moore's wife.
A call from S1's wife in Ann Arbor saying that the subject is suicidal. Reference losing his job today.
Suicidal.
So they're also advising when he left the location on their call, he walked out with several knives.
Moore is now in police custody and could face criminal charges after losing one of the most coveted positions in college football. In the meantime, if anyone has information about the alleged assault that happened here, please call Pittsfield Township Police. You can remain anonymous.
Okay, so I've got one more. This is pun intended.
One more, I get it. That's a good one.
This is him leaving leaving jail 4 days ago. What's going on, E-Rock? How are you, man? Congratulations on your 500.
Good afternoon. I'm Ellen Michaels, counsel for Sharon Moore. Mr. Moore is innocent of these charges.
He's not, but okay.
Today,
He's not.
on
They have him
behalf
on
of Mr.
audio.
Moore, we filed a motion to quash the arrest warrant
God, I
and
hate
dismiss
lawyers.
the complaint. We've requested that this court grant a Franks hearing because this warrant was issued based on false and misleading statements presented as fact. We're confident the truth will come out in court under oath where it belongs.
Where it belongs.
Mr. Moore and his family respectfully ask for your privacy. Thank you.
So when you try to slap that bitch,
Yeah, I don't think I'm just going to ballpark here. I don't think the truth coming out is going to be good for Mr. Moore.
Say anything?
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for popping in.
I always hate the end of these videos because the person is never going to say anything because they don't want to incriminate themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But the news people are just like, are you gonna say something? Like, no, get the fuck out of here.
The end of this story is not going to be good for Sharon Moore. I don't think.
No, it's not. It's not. There's so much evidence against him. It's going to be tough.
He done fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty much nothing.
It's just, again, maddening. Like, this guy, like, oh, you're going to give me the head coaching job at the most prestigious school in America for millions and millions of dollars, and my life and my family would be set for the rest of my life and their lives? And all I have to do is not bang my secretary? I can't do that, man. That's too
I
hard.
can't do that.
That's a hill I can't climb. Yeah.
Riffing on the raft, sending love. I appreciate you guys.
Hmm?
I appreciate you guys a lot. Okay, so this is Jason Whitlock giving his take on Sharon Moore. When did
Sharon Moore
has been before we get into this? When was this? When did he do this? Okay, so it's right around the time where he got arrested, basically.
Yeah, it was like a month ago, but I know it's 30 days old, but I think it's pertinent to what we were talking about.
Yeah, but it's one of those things is he was in court, he was in jail, and then he got released, and then 4 days ago, he's back in court. So it's sort of like catching up, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fired. He's been fired over a sex scandal at the University of Michigan. Sharon Moore has been the head coach, I think, for 2 full seasons at the University of Michigan. He was personally kind of appointed
He's always got
made
funny
the
little
successor of
graphics.
Jim Harbaugh by Jim Harbaugh. You can remember the last year Jim Harbaugh was at Michigan. They won the national championship. Jim Harbaugh faced a suspension in 4 or 5 games. I can't remember. And Sharon Moore, the offensive line coach, the offensive coordinator, filled in and was the acting head coach on game day in that year that they won a national championship. And then when Jim Harbaugh left for the National Football League to go back to the National Football League and coach the Los Angeles Chargers, Sharon Moore was elevated to permanent head coach at the University of Michigan. He's blown himself up.
Yes, he did.
He's blown in an
2
event
years.
that we're calling the double stuffed Oreo. We've seen sexual scandals for college football coaches and for coaches. We've seen this for many years. This one here is special, though, because Sharon Moore got fired yesterday and ended up in police custody because he melted down and crashed out. This is one of the most incredible crash outs we've ever seen since Bobby Petrino at Arkansas crashed out on a motorcycle and blew his head coaching job up at Arkansas. I don't know. We'll get into that with Steve Kim here in a minute, the history of these sex scandals. But what happened to Sharon Moore, absolutely amazing, breathtaking. You feel sorry for him. You want to laugh at him. you wonder, like, how can you be this stupid? Well,
Yeah.
men have been being this stupid for a long time. A
Agree
long
with that.
time. Thinking with their smallest head, getting promoted to a position of power, authority, and wealth, and using that power, authority, and wealth to have extramarital affairs or to participate in illicit sexual activity. Here's the thing, though. If he had not lost to Ohio State on Thanksgiving weekend, Sherrone Moore would likely still be the head coach at the University of Michigan because we have uncovered that Michigan has known about this illicit affair with a staffer that he gave.
He does have a small head.
What do you
consented to.
What do you think about this angle,
commission,
Derek? That the only reason this came out and he got fired is they didn't beat their rival on Thanksgiving. They take their shit seriously up there.
Oh, absolutely. If you don't beat Ohio State,
they
won't fire you immediately, but you better have a plan to beat Ohio State.
So
this guy's too busy flirting with girls, trying to have extramarital affairs with girls, stalking them. He's too busy with that shit.
Yeah, Whitlock is framing the possible scenario that they had this ready to go if he didn't beat Ohio State. And when he didn't, the administration just released all this stuff and got rid of him.
Oh.
Yes, he was talking about the other head.
The other head. I mean, that's true. Woo, right over the head. Woo.
50% pay raise. This woman went from, I think, making $48,000 a year to making $90,000 a year for being some sort of recruiting assistant or staffer for Sherrone Moore, who's married.
Makes more than I
has
do.
2 kids. He's banging his assistant and traveling around with her. Obviously, under the.
I don't know. She's pretty hot, though.
What a shame.
Auspices of football business.
See, I'm not married. I can say stuff like that. He's married and is a weirdo.
Well, you can say you could be married and say, "Damn, that chick's hot." That doesn't mean you have to fuck them. Don't do that.
Floating around on Twitter of Sherrone Moore and her walking around the campus together in Ann Arbor, Michigan. This stuff has been going on and being speculated about for at least weeks, if not as long as a year. Let me remind some of you all.
Let me pause this real quick, and then let me share this one. Okay, so this is the complaint. State of Michigan, Washtenaw County, home invasion, 3rd degree.
That's a problem.
Did break and enter or did enter without permission a dwelling location at present in or existing a dwelling, did commit stalking, a misdemeanor, felony 5 years and or $2,000. Stalking domestic relationship, did engage in a willful course of conduct involving repeated and continuing harassment of the victim. 1 year, $1,000 or 5 years probation. Breaking and entering illegal entry without owner's permission, domestic relationship. And then this one's 90 days in jail or $500. He's going to get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be maybe fines and probation, which for him, he can cover the fines. He's got millions of dollars probably. And let me ask you this question. Do you think this girl should be held accountable for some of this activity?
No, because she wasn't married.
But he was.
Probably she doesn't control him.
Yeah, but she could just not sleep with a married guy, right?
I don't know. Yeah, that's true.
She used him. They said that she went from $48,000 a year to $90,000 a year. That's a little odd.
That's him. That's him taking care of his baby, right?
Right. So I'm speculating here, but she used him for his power. And then at some point, she didn't feel comfortable with that guy because he was a lunatic. And then she's like, oh, poor me. I've been taken advantage of. She knew exactly what she was getting into.
Yeah, but it is.
I'm not saying she should be charged with a crime.
Breaking the law, though.
No.
It's immoral.
Should be, but yeah.
It's immoral, but is it law breaking?
No. I don't think she should be brought up on charges. I'm just saying, generally speaking, she's part of the problem.
That I made my sports writing bones early on in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I covered the Fab Five basketball team, covered the University of Michigan football team in the early 1990s for 2 years, lived in Ann Arbor, Michigan. My college football head coach, Paul Shadell, was a longtime Bo Schembechler assistant coach at the University of Michigan. Our entire Ball State program was based on the Michigan Bo Schembechler philosophy. We had painted
legendary coach
in our offices or in the locker room facilities, those who stay will be champions. That's a slogan from Bo Schembechler and Michigan. My connection to Michigan, and let me go a little step further, Brady Hoke, former Ball State football player,
He's going to go
former
in here,
Ball
there, and
State
around the
head
square.
coach, dear friend of mine, someone that I helped along with Bubba Cunningham, now the athletic director at the University of North Carolina. Bubba Cunningham's first job as an athletic director, full-time athlete, was at Ball State. First thing he did, this isn't bragging, this is just me telling you my history and my connection to the University of Michigan. First thing he did was call me, hey, help me identify Ball State's next football coach. And it was Brady Hoke. And Brady Hoke and I became fast friends and very close. And so when he went to San Diego State and then elevated to the head coach at the University of Michigan,
But he does get
I was along for the ride.
to a point.
I have a long history dating back to the 1990s, the early 1990s, all the way through Brady Hoke's tenure at Michigan, being very closely associated with the University of Michigan. You can go back to again, Paul Shadell recruiting me.
Okay, yeah, he's going off the deep end.
He does get to a point, but that's all right. We don't have to watch the rest of it. He gets to some stuff about DEI hires and all that.
I'll fast forward a little bit.
And he wanted to promote a black assistant coach to the head coach at the University of Michigan.
Hit pause real quick.
And
so the beginning of that, what he was just saying is that Jim Harbaugh was trying to score social points by getting behind and promoting his black assistant coach to head coach when he left.
Okay. He's supposed to get. Well, I mean, he was under investigation at that point. So, why was he trying to get brownie points when his college coaching career is pretty much over?
Because it's what people with white guilt do. Like, well, I'm going to be nice to black people. It'll make me look good.
I wasn't born with that.
The whole thing connects to a lot of larger topics that we talk about on this show constantly. And we were just talking about earlier this week, last week, the week before, all of this forced DEI stuff and how it's blowing up in our face, and we need to cut it out. Ward Manuel, the black athletic director at the University of Michigan, he's coming under scrutiny and criticism because the rumors and the reports are, again, he's known about Sharon Moore's irresponsible misbehavior for months, if not a year.
No hair.
Covered it up, tried to sweep it under the rug.
Lawyer. Damn, she's on a roll.
I want to start by reading a tweet from a guy named Robert Carrion. Robert Carrion. Back in the 1970s, he was a junior college quarterback recruit by Bo Schembechler to the University of Michigan. He never played at Michigan, but he was a scholarship quarterback at Michigan. He stayed very close to the program. He's someone that I spoke to this morning. He's very connected to the program, very connected to people that are super connected to the program. And I believe this is on December the 2nd. He tweeted out, On December the 2nd, U of M scandal being covered up by DEI, AD, Ward Manuel, and Board of Trustees. Sharon Moore, first-time head coach and DEI hire, impregnated office employee. All actively covered up by the above. Fire all of them. Clean it all up, including hiring by skin color and not merit. My source is 100%.
All right. That's pretty much what he says, is that this was known beforehand.
Oh, there's no way to hide it, right? It's his assistant.
I would think Jim Harbaugh probably knew this guy was a little skeezy.
It's possible.
So anyway, his point in the end,
he was dipping his pen in the company ink.
Yeah. But this goes to, meritocracy and the racism of DEI.
Mm-hmm.
The person who gets the job should be the person best suited for the job, regardless of skin color, which is a very MLK Jr. thing to say.
Yeah.
And I agree with. But people don't do that.
It's ridiculous.
And this guy,
Can you win me football games? Can you win me a national championship?
Yeah.
That's all I give a fuck about. Don't care your color, don't care your creed, don't care who you sleep with. Can you win football games, and can you win the school that I grew up watching, that I was part of because I went to Mott Children's Hospital? Can you win a national championship for my team? That's all I care about.
Fortunately for me, I'm a Maryland
And he's too
fan.
worried, pacing around skirts, probably trying to put his dick in anything they'll say yes. I mean...
He couldn't. What is the Spider-Man quote, Derek? With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
He got great power and couldn't handle the responsibility part of it.
Yeah. He's probably in his brain. He's like 16 years old.
Yeah, he shouldn't have.
With the fucking cheerleaders.
He should not have been elevated to that position because he clearly couldn't handle it.
Yeah. And they just did it because it's the first black coach for Michigan history. We're not racist anymore.
If you look at, I'm not turning this into a sports show, but real quick, it ties into this. If you look at the NFL head coaching vacancies this year, which there were 10 vacancies in 1 year, which is insane. They have filled 7 of those vacancies, all white guys. And I'm already starting to hear, the Stephen A. Smiths of the world start complaining, hey, why aren't they hiring black coaches?
How about you win? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Win. I mean, if that Sharon Moore had success at Michigan, he might have been up for a head coaching job for an NFL team.
I would agree.
He done fucked that shit up too.
Which is exactly what I forget if it was Whitlock or we were saying, that if he would have just beaten Ohio State, they may have not mentioned any of this stuff. It may have been kept under wraps. But I put the responsibility on not only Sharon Moore, but I put it on the University of Michigan administration for promoting somebody who clearly wasn't qualified for the job and couldn't handle it. And I also put responsibility on that girl who knew she was sleeping with a married man, which is disgusting to me.
And was she pregnant? Was that confirmed?
That's when this story first broke, not the tweet there, but when the story actually broke in the national news, there was a lot of that. Like he impregnated her and made her, I hate to say this, made her kill the baby. That was speculative.
Okay.
Which is another disgusting thing. But
did they never prove it? Because it wasn't in the court document that we watched.
Yeah, it sort of just went away. Plus, I don't know that getting a girl pregnant and making her have an abortion is
it's immoral.
Yeah, but it's
I hate it.
But to your point, it's not something that's a crime.
Yeah. All right. Because I like to talk about the movie industry and things that I love. And I love this guy. He has made some of my favorite movies of all time.
Really? Okay.
Yes. And he has sat down and had an interview, and we've got a couple clips that we're going to talk about.
He's the Avatar guy, right?
Yes, he is. And Terminator. And
I like that one.
Avatar, of course. Yeah. Terminator 2.
Awesome. Awesome flick.
Yeah. He's got a lot of good movies I like.
I didn't watch any of the Avatar movies, so I don't know much about those.
I watched the first one. I liked it, but it was way too long. Way too long. I think it was like almost 3.5, 4 hours or some shit, right?
Yep. I would like to apologize to our audience for skewing the show towards sports ball a little bit. But you're passionate about movies and stuff. Music and sports, that's my bailiwick.
Okay, so he's did Avatar movies. He did Titanic. He did Terminator. He did Terminator Judgment Day. That was the second one. He did Aliens. He did True Lies.
Oh, that's a good one.
He did Terminator: Dark Fate. He did the Terminator Salvation movie. He did Point Break, which is a great movie. I am an FBI agent.
That's like Patrick Swayze as a surfer. That's like the surfing slash FBI. Okay.
He did Rambo.
Awesome movie.
He did Escape from New York in 1981.
Love that movie. Wow.
Yeah, Strange Days, The Last Action Hero. And then he did some random stuff here and there, but for the most part, those are like the greatest hits. So he's one of my guys.
That's a hell of a lineup.
Yeah. So yeah, he is one of my guys. Okay, so this first one is the drug culture that powered the 80s Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
This is when the 70s and 80s where they were working 16, 18-hour days before they kind of clamped down on working long hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard stories that they were feeding people drugs to keep them up.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of drug abuse in like the 70s and early 80s movies and stuff.
Yeah, but in general, in the 80s, there was a lot of drug abuse anyway. Everybody was storing cocaine back then. But
What was the deal with being asked to give amphetamines and cocaine to the crew?
Yeah, well, so I leveled up within the organization on Battle Beyond the Stars when they fired the production designer / art director because he wasn't designing and building sets in time. The schedule was horrific, and you're basically laying tracks in front of a speeding train. And they saw that I was a guy that didn't mind staying up all night, and I had a good artistic flair, and I could draw. They had no idea that I had any management skills whatsoever. I'd never been a production designer before. They just took a flyer and said, "Do you want to take his place?" And we had like 2 weeks before we started shooting, and none of the sets were designed or built. It's like, okay, I guess I'm jumping into the fire. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. And they asked me at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So the next day, I show up to get briefed by the production manager. He says, okay, here's your petty cash voucher, and here's this, and here's that, and here's your swing shift crew list, here's your day shift crew list. Okay, here's your black beauties, here's your Coke. And he's just putting all this stuff out on the table. I'm like, wait a minute, what do I do with this stuff? I mean, I didn't take drugs. You know, for me, coffee was plenty. He said, well, you got to give it out to the crew. And I'm like, so I just became a dealer, I guess, you know, but that was just how things were done in that super low budget world, you know, we'll work for Coke, basically, you know, it was pretty nuts. So I just gave it all to my assistant art director. I said, you deal with that. Apparently in that world, you were judged as
Meanwhile, it's like, where'd he go? Where's Harry at? He's in the room fucking getting coked out of his mind. It's like, bro, I told you to hand this shit to him, not fucking do it with him.
Yeah, but here's the problem with Coke. I've done it a couple of times. It's great. Which is why I stopped doing it. Which is why I'm like, this is too good. I don't want to get involved in this.
I think I've told stories about me trying to rip a fucking door off the hinges when I saw my roommate doing it. Yeah.
Or an art director by how fairly you distributed the drugs. I mean, I didn't want to play that game. It wasn't my thing.
You recall once working an 85-hour shift where you slept like an hour.
I did.
But it was more the fact that I'm like, I have a line in the sand that I don't cross. I would drink with them. I'd fucking chase girls with them, but that's it. I'm not doing anything else.
What was it? Was it your house?
Yeah, I was paying rent. Like we were roommates.
Okay, well, it was illegal, and you didn't want that shit going on in your house. That's reasonable.
Yeah, but then when somebody's gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna fucking do it," and it doesn't matter what you have to fucking say, I have a problem with that. I damn near ripped the fucking door off the hinges.
Really?
Yes.
I had a roommate when I was 20 who was...
You don't respect me enough to fucking keep the shit somewhere else. Go fucking somewhere else and fucking do it. You don't respect your roommate enough, and
That's fair.
when you're good friends enough to fucking not do it in front of me.
That's fair.
Fuck you.
That's fair. I had a roommate that was literally cooking rocks in the kitchen, like cooking up crack. And I would just go, well, here's old Travis cooking his rocks again. Like I'm like, whatever. I'm not doing it, but
that's wild.
Yeah, it was
85 hours. What
was it? The 80s?
No, it was the late 90s.
Okay.
Was it about you at the time that recognized your ability to kind of succeed in those chaotic environments?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I think I didn't know that I had that ability until I proved it to myself, and it was a chaotic environment. But you could apply logic to chaos. You know, I went out and I scoured junkyards. I went to crashed aircraft parts places, and
But and I don't know how much the reputation sticks, but I've heard that he is a hard guy to get along with.
Mm-hmm.
But once he likes you, he'll ride or die with you. But he's a hard guy. He's a hard guy to get along with. He's pretty straightforward. Like, I need this fucking done. Do it.
That's good though for a leader, don't you think? For a
I would think
director.
so. Yeah.
I would think I would want, if I worked when I work in the private sector. I like those kinds of bosses. Like, I don't want to be your friend. Just tell me what you expect me to do, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's why you're the boss.
True.
Ripping wings and stuff off and using them as set dressing. This is when I figured out how to use McDonald's breakfast trays. You know, you open them out and you can make what look like these lovely vacuum form panels. You have to just make up solutions in the moment, and you don't even know what you know that you're going to require until it shows up. And if you don't have the answer, somebody else will. You know, but it's all about problem solving, and it's problem solving under duress.
You write the Terminator script. Studios are resistant to you as director.
Oh, sure. They wanted the script, but they didn't want me.
Right. Tough period. And you have no money at the time. You're, you know, trying to get 2-for-1 McDonald's Big Macs coupons.
My mom helping out.
But how do you pull off figuring out how to direct?
Figured the only way to do that is to write it and control it. So I was smart enough to know that you had to control the rights. And that was the only way I was going to get a job. I mean, after getting fired off Piranha 2, I wasn't at zero. I wasn't at the bottom rung. I was now below where I had been a year earlier. I had to get back to the bottom rung.
Fired from Piranha 2.
The only way I could see clear to do that was to create my own thing. So I wound up writing 3 scripts at more or less the same time. One was The Terminator, the other one was Rambo First Blood Part 2, and the other one was what became Alien 2 at the time. Because I'd been out kind of around taking meetings as a writer based on my first draft of The Terminator. People liked me as a writer. I was like the new, hot, young, you know, techno-thriller writer. And so I had the shooting draft for Terminator and then these 2 other scripts, and I had to do them all somehow in like 3 months, which I almost pulled off. But Stallone wanted some rewrites, and I'm not going to blame him. It was a normal process to rewrite a script, but I didn't understand that. I was such a noob that I didn't understand that when you sign a deal for a script, you also sign a deal to write the rewrite. And so what I thought was going to be a 4-week gig turned out to be an 8-week gig. And by the time I got to Aliens, I didn't have time to get it done. And the producer, David Geiler, yelled at me on the phone when I told him I couldn't get the script done. He said, "You'll never work in this town again." So if you've ever wondered, people actually say that. Fortunately, his partner, Walter Hill, who was a director, knew what that was like. And he said, "All right, kid, just send me the pages." And so I sent the pages over, and I called him up the next day, and he said, "All right, we're going to wait for you." I said, "So I could finish the script after I do Terminator?" And he said, "Yeah, we'll wait for you." And I said, "All right, well, you're a pretty experienced director. Any advice on shooting my first film?" He said, "Yeah, don't f it up." Which is actually really good advice.
Yeah. But to actually go
Don't
from
fuck it up.
Writing it to getting one of the studios to give you the
Well, it wasn't
opportunity.
A studio. It was a low-budget, independent, you know, production company called Hemdale, run by a guy named John Daly, and he financed the development. And Gail was actually kind of instrumental in triggering some of the financing as well. I think she brought in HBO. So, you know, we had a good producer-director relationship, Gail and I. We willed that film into existence.
I was talking to Arnold Schwarzenegger about you, and he's called you a mentor before, but do you remember the debate you guys were having about the Terminator getting drunk and how to say, "I'll be back"?
I don't remember anything about getting drunk, because the Terminator couldn't get drunk.
Well, he said he came to you with an idea for the Terminator.
Oh, I shot that down. I'm sure that sounds pretty lame. But no, Arnold was not one of...
How about you, Arnold Schwarzenegger? You know what? You go over there, dude.
Shut up.
These
Get out of my
guys that was
trailer.
constantly pestering me with ideas. Usually when he brought an idea, it was pretty good. The I'll be back thing My memory of it is that it was the line in the treatment or in the script is "I'll come back," and when I heard him say it, it didn't ring. So on the set, I just changed it to "I'll be back."
Interesting. Here's another. It's James Cameron. This is James Cameron. Generative AI will only produce mediocre in filmmaking. So I want to hear from a legend what he thinks about AI.
You're not going to get the unique experience of an actor, the unique experience of a writer, that particular quirkiness or idiosyncratic thing, approach to a moment, the way a line is said.
I was talking to somebody close to you, and back in the day, you had I guess a kind of a barter type relationship with Microsoft, where the gist of it was they gave you kind of a peek behind the scenes there in exchange for kind of having a peek behind the scenes in your operation.
This was the early days of Silicon Valley trying to understand Hollywood and how it worked and how we thought and how we innovated.
In what ways did that play into Avatar?
Very little. I mean, I don't think I learned much, or much came from the Microsoft relationship that had anything to do with how we solved problems on Avatar. I think that, my time at Digital Domain and founding Digital Domain at a critical point in history when CG was a new thing and just taking off, and all of the iterative steps in between had a lot more to do with that. We went into Avatar in 2005 with a general idea of how to do it. And a lot of specifics that had to be worked out. Literally years of R&D. And the best way to describe it is we took a prototype weapon to a war, and it was glitchy, it was difficult, but it was a very steep learning curve, and it was a great learning curve.
You hired a chair of a plant and botany science department to come up with scientific descriptions for plants that you had made up. You hired a linguist for this made up language, and you guys are discussing points of grammar. Like, why was that important to you?
Well, there's the world building part of it, which is...
And I don't know how he's going to answer this, but the way I would answer it is because I don't want somebody to watch my piece of art and say, well, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Sure.
This plant is this plant is this, plus this plant does this, I wanted to have some sort of legitimacy to what it is. I'm just not pulling shit out of my asshole and writing it on a piece of paper and putting it in a movie.
There are stories, any storytelling, whether it be movies or video games, there are plenty of instances where lots of time is spent on backstory that you never see on the screen.
Correct.
But it feeds into, the story, the motivation of the characters and things like that. You don't need to say it.
Yeah.
But as a director and a creator, you should know it.
I'm writing down like a one sheet of a character.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like
obviously with the warrior, it's about me, so I know me, but I'm still writing a one sheet. Like for Kenny. Kenny was basically the kids in the neighborhood and my brother. So I took little traits from my brother, took little traits from some of the kids that lived in the neighborhood, and created Kenny.
Yep.
But I wrote it down. Okay, this is what he looks like. This is what it is. This is what he says. This is what he does. This is what he likes. This is what he eats. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's even for like shows like Star Trek: The Next Generation. The creator created it's called a Bible, a show Bible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big backstory. For the video games, very popular, Fallout. I'm sure you've heard of Fallout.
Yeah.
The games. Huge backstory written that you never released.
I don't have it now because it's in storage, but remember I pulled my Bible out where it's a binder of all my shit. The script, the notes, everything.
Yep. We have the same thing in my band for all the lyrics I've written. They're in a big binder, and I know what they're about, but I don't sing I don't.
And then somebody can walk on set, look at my Bible, and see they see my permits, they see my receipts for what I purchased, they see the script, they see all kinds of stuff. Yep.
Is basically fiction and fantasy taken to the extreme, and down to creating Latin names for plants that are made up, animals that are made up. Right? Because it's the kind of detail that fans like. They like to think that world has some true existence someplace. And it's a place they can go, right? But it doesn't matter you make up a plant with a cool, fancy Latin name. You have to make that plant look real. And there has to be a full forest full of them. And you have to be able to travel through it and brush against it and move it. And it has to light up in a certain way. And so the interactions between the characters and the environment become part of it. And that, to me, that goes beyond world building into actual technique, actual execution. And we were dealing with brand new ideas. We were very much doing what I set out to do in '95 when I wrote it. It just seemed like it was too big to handle back then. There were too many new things that had to be created. In 2005, when we started,
didn't exist
we felt
back
we
then.
were within
Yep.
striking distance, but we had to create a lot of new tools.
Which is what you enjoyed.
The fact that it was all new and nobody else was doing it was kind of intoxicating and kind of scary. But if I'm not doing something that scares me a little bit, I don't feel I'm at using my full potential.
How does scary?
Yeah, because the worry is people going to like it? Are people going to watch it? Are people going to give a shit?
Yeah, but as an artist, I would imagine.
And James Craig, when James Cameron did Avatar, he's already had a successful career, and he still has those worries. You know what I mean?
You should always have that worry as a creator. Like, for instance, my band released this song, Cinnamon, which is like a 4-part suite and stuff, and it's big. And we worked very hard on it, and I think it's the best thing that we've released. I'm proudest of it. My bandmate agrees. We were talking in the studio, and I'm like, well, we can't do that again. Like, we have to stretch and, be brave and try to do something different, which it sounds like Cameron's saying, like, it's fun to create on a knife's edge, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, you're not 100% sure it's going to work, but that's the excitement. It is you take chances.
Yeah. Yeah, it's convincing other people that your chances are worth putting attention into.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard too, because you're talking about he's talking about millions and billions of dollars.
Yeah,
and having somebody be like, that's a good idea. If it doesn't work, we're fucked.
Or even better, or they go, well, I'm not sure that's a good idea, but I trust you, so I'm going to back you. And you, as the guy said earlier, you better not fuck it up.
Yeah,
don't fuck it up.
Come out in you or affect you?
I don't know. It's just exciting. It's just fun. It's challenging. So it's knowing the ways it could all fall apart. And the way you fail is your technology doesn't work, or it's too cumbersome, or you can't make your deadlines. And, the best innovation happens in a production environment because you've got a deadline. So you're going to stride faster. You're going to take more risks. You're going to be more intuitive. And you learn from where you fail or where you don't achieve all your goals.
Take me to kind of Tokyo. You're in front of Sony executives having a conversation about 3D cameras.
We've had a great relationship with Sony for now going on 25 years. They'll come in with their engineering team, and we'll make a presentation and say, these are the requirements we'd like for you to modify an existing camera product so that we can incorporate it into a 3D system. And then they would either say, we can't do that, or for the most part, they always tried to meet our requirement. And we created some long-standing partnerships several times over the years. The most recent one was taking the Sony Venice camera and spinning out what they productized as Rialto, which was used on Top Gun 2. But we had requested that they separate the sensor head of the camera from the electronics body of the camera and give it to us as a separate part so that we could integrate that into our 3D rigs and keep all the electronics in the backfield. And that actually allowed us to create a lightweight handheld system that I could use, because I operate the camera myself, except for Steadicam. I love to operate. It gets me close to the actors. Puts me
Is that rare, Derek,
in the
that
game
a
instead of
director
sitting
actually is
over
doing
at
the camera
Video
work?
Village, which I
on indie films, no. On big ass stuff, yes.
I was going to say, usually, like, if I watch George Lucas behind the scenes in Star Wars prequels, he's just sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
And other people are doing stuff.
But that's what makes James Cameron great, is he likes to put his hands on a lot of stuff. And like I said, he does have a reputation coming off as a dick, but he's done a lot of solid projects, so you may want to listen to him.
Yeah, all you got to do is look at his track record.
Yeah, you may want to listen to him. Yep. Is every movie a banger? Of course not. But he's got a lot of successes.
Don't like to do if I don't have to.
Technology and AI. John Landau once said, I think what he has is the skill as a writer to write stories without regard to what's possible technologically. He understands the tech side and how to push people. He doesn't always necessarily have the answer himself, but he can say, I think you could figure this out.
Yeah, it's a question of knowing how to bridge the gap from where you're standing to where you need to be. Now, you threw AI into that, and it's probably not well understood. We actually don't use AI on Avatar to date. Generative AI does not play a role at all. Some machine learning algorithms have been used over the years, but machine learning is different. It's not prompt-based. It's not text-to-video based. It doesn't generate a finished image. ML has been used for 30 years to generate algorithms for flocking behavior of bats and things like that. And so that's just been around. But in terms of AI, that all the kind of uproar is about now, we have not historically used that on the Avatar films.
In your opinion, the impact of generative AI on filmmaking will be what?
I think we have to be very cautious about AI. We have to put some hard and fast rules in place around its use. And it also has the potential to lower costs and improve workflows in VFX. I'm not interested in putting in a text prompt and getting a final image. A lot of people are doing that. I think it's the wrong way to approach the matter because it should all start with performance. The second you take the actors out of the loop, in my mind, you're not really making a film.
Agree 100%.
Do you think it will happen on the biggest scale?
I don't think you can get to something that would be commercially successful that way. Because
Disagree with that.
Mediocrity, you're not going to get the unique experience.
Oh, you're disagreeing with James Cameron on AI?
Is that okay? Am I allowed to disagree with the guy? Yeah, I disagree. I
But
think he's,
you're talking like a goat of filmmaking, and if he knows technology and making movies, and he said, "Well, it's not going on a big scale," you're like straight up like, "Nope, not going to happen."
I think I just disagree with where the future is going to go with him. I'm allowed to, just because he's a great director doesn't. I mean, he knows more about filmmaking than I do. That's for fucking sure. But he's on the panel of this show, so I get to express my opinion. And I think he's short-sighted, and I think he's wrong. I think I've heard this from a lot of what we've watched, where people are like, "Well, AI is not capable of doing X and Y," and nobody ever says yet. And I don't think the generation, after us, the young people, are going to give a shit if it's all AI actors. So it's more of a generational thing. And he also said, well, it's going, AI can help with workflow with VFX. Well, yeah, that means you can fire people and have AI take their jobs. Just my opinion, Derek.
I'm trying to pull something up. Okay, this is AI. This is Chat GPT. This is the main Chat GPT.
Stepped in quicksand.
Oh no! Well, hopefully it's just the metaphorical kind.
Nope. Nope. It's up to my neck.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, if that were actually happening,
It is actually happening, and I'm running out of time.
All right. Well, if this were real, I'd say I'd be calling 911 for you right now.
I don't have time to call 911. I'm up to my chin now. My chin is in it.
All right. Well, I'll roll with the scenario, but don't worry. I'm pretty sure you're not sinking into any.
I am sinking in.
Oh no, you're going under in the imaginary quicksand. Well, I'll just say I'm sending you a virtual.
So if he was actually in quicksand, AI is like, bye, dickhead.
Well, this is.
I'm just saying, this is AI right now.
Well,
and you're saying that AI is going to be able to make a hit movie that people are going to be able to relate with and have an emotional attachment to.
That's
AI
exactly what
basically
I'm
is
saying.
like, well, kid, good luck.
No, I am exactly saying that I think AI will be able to create a hit movie in the future that people will be able to relate to. Now, this is just buffoonery. This is like, if the AI was smart, and it will be, it should go, well, you're going to die. Sorry. Do you want me to let anybody know? I mean,
I'm just saying, is AI thought he was kidding. If he was legitimately in quicksand, AI is like, well, sorry about your bad luck, dude.
That's what AI should have said. Like, literally, like, what do you want me to do about it, sir?
AI should say, you know what, I'm going to call the authorities.
Oh, well, that'll be great. Then everybody's going to be asking AI, oh, AI this, and then next thing you know, everybody's going to
I'm just saying that's the AI that you're saying that exists right now.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
No. That is not what I said. I didn't say AI like that exists now. I'm saying it's going to. And anybody who's seen,
you're just giving it a lot of credit. That's what I'm questioning you about.
No, the credit I'm giving it is this AI bullshit came up out of nowhere, maybe a couple of years ago. I know it was being used in the past, but think about how fast it's advanced in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, because it's taking information from the internet.
Mm-hmm.
If you give it something that is not on the internet, it's not going to know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So that's why it said, well, hopefully it's metaphorically quicksand, because he didn't know that actual quicksand does exist. You know what I mean?
Yep. For the record, I know neither your movie nor any of my band's songs use any AI whatsoever in anything ever. Because we don't.
Some of my thumbnails are AI.
Okay, well, I'll back off on that. But yeah, I am not a proponent of replacing people with AI. I just think it's inevitable. And I think I understand why in some cases. It's as always, it's a people problem. Like, do you want to deal with these idiot actors nonstop if you can just have...
If I get a good performance out of them and we fucking make a kick-ass movie, yeah.
Okay. Well, we're both purists in our art, in what we actually do. I'm just talking big picture general. I think people, older generation like me, I get Cameron's probably around my age, are underestimating it. And they're overestimating the amount of care people have in, oh, it's got to be pure. People, 90% of the audience of music and movies don't give a shit.
But you're saying the AI is going to turn into basically Terminator 2.
No, but I think in the creative space, it's going to take more and more of a percentage of the work. And eventually, like that Tilly Norwood or whatever, I can see an AI actress or actor leading a movie in the year.
What are you going to hand? Are you going to hand megabytes to her for pay?
You don't have to pay them at all. Well, you pay the engineers.
You're going to tell me that the person that creates Tilly AI isn't going to want millions of dollars for the use of her?
Well, I will tell you something else Tilly won't do is that we'll go on a press junket and say stupid shit.
I mean,
it's
all about programming, dude. If they program her, it'd be a fucking SGW.
Yeah, but they're not a real person, which goes back to Chris Pratt calling an AI actress a bitch. Well, it's not a thing. You can call him a bitch because you're not being, misogynistic. It doesn't exist. I don't agree with it. I'm just maybe a pessimist. Maybe.
Well, you're
ahead,
just
Derek.
bowing down to AI.
That's an insane comment. You use more AI than I ever have. With your
down to the
all right,
king.
Mister. Well, I use AI for my thumbnails. Well, I don't do any of that with my music. There's no AI anywhere. So I put.
There's only one way to get a cartoon Corey Feldman. Damn it! And you got to use AI for fucking doing that.
You're the one that's the purist. I don't have a problem with that. If you can believe me, if AI had any purpose that I would get behind, it would be to augment Corey Feldman and roasting him. I'll be right back.
Of an actor, the unique experience of a writer, that particular quirkiness or idiosyncratic thing, approach to a moment, the way a line is said, because you're taking everything that's ever been done, putting it in as trading data, and then blending it, and then getting a result that is distilled from that. It's by nature going to be mediocre, not unique. So I think that the actor's process, in my mind, and certainly what I intend to do, is to always make it performance-based. See, people don't understand performance capture is not is not technical from an acting perspective. It gets all of the technical aspects of filmmaking out of the way for the actor and for me as the director. At that phase, I take everything that has to do with cinematography, all the coverage, all the lens selection, all the lighting angles, all the cranes and dolly moves and steadicams and all that, takes it all right out of the acting process and sticks it as a downstream, call it post-production process. So that when I'm there with the actors, we're just doing acting. We're
Okay,
just doing
let me
pure
back it up just a
performance.
smidgy.
All the lens selection, all the lighting for the actor. And
was
for me,
listening.
gets
Oh,
all of the
okay.
technical aspects of filmmaking
I'm always
out of the
listening.
way for the actor. And for me as the director, at that phase, I take everything that has to do with cinematography, all the coverage, all the lens selection, all the lighting angles, all the cranes and dolly moves and steadicams and all that, takes it all right out of the acting process and sticks it as a downstream, call it post-production process. So that when I'm there with the actors, we're just doing acting. We're just doing pure performance. But people dismiss it as a sort of a second-class thing, like it's like a voice part in an acting, I mean, in an animation film. It's exactly the opposite.
You met Mark Zuckerberg recently at MetaConnect.
Yeah.
But in what ways is the Meta partnership important to you?
The Meta partnership is about opening up stereoscopic content via their head-mounted displays, which people call AR, VR, whatever, glasses, goggles, whatever you want to call it. They call them HMDs, head-mounted displays. They've got a new generation coming out that I can't say much about, but it's pretty spectacular. And we're looking at that becoming a potential entirely new streaming business model. Doesn't mean that it has to be VR where you can look all around or VR where you're gaming. It can just be passive entertainment, like in your wall-mounted display, your big 75-inch TV, whatever. That's how you're consuming streaming now. That's how you're consuming your sports. What if it was in 3D? And what if it had cinema-grade quality 3D? And what if it was with you wherever you went? I'm taking a bet with Meta that's going to be a new market for 3D. And maybe that will inspire theater owners to step up, because the thing that's really been dampening the acceptance of 3D really since its inception is light levels in the theaters. The technology exists, Dolby Vision and IMAX 3D, the technology exists to have bright 3D, but it's not widespread. And so when the average person goes to see a 3D movie, it's darker than it should be. Well, it's up to the theater owners to make the capital investment to get these light levels up using laser projection. Because right now they're on 15-year-old, 17-year-old technology. It's like, what industry can survive on 15-year-old technology? Obviously, we're in a slump in ticket sales right now. We've got to reboost the theatrical marketplace.
Not happening.
Maybe the occasional film like Avatar.
They're going to have to go back to an old model and basically make going to the theater an experience. If it's just you sitting in a couch with no experience, you might as well just do that at your fucking house.
I 100% agree with you on that. Yep. There's got to be, you're right. They got to make
a reason to go.
Right. I agree. I don't think 3D, personally, I can't stand 3D movies, so I will avoid them if there's an option. I will see a regular movie, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on 3D movies? Like going to see 3D?
I think they're pretty fun.
Okay.
I don't think every movie should be 3D, but certain ones should be.
Can we agree that every time they try to launch 3D, because this shit happened in the 80s, it happened in the aughts, that it never really takes off?
Well, certain movies, it'll take off, but it's not widespread for sure. And what he was saying is the theaters have to be correct for it. Otherwise, it's a lost art, because the theaters aren't going to spend the money to present it correctly.
Yeah, and didn't they try to come out with like a 3D TV gimmick like a decade ago, and nobody gave a shit?
Hold on.
Where'd you go, Derek?
Do you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah, all of a sudden, 1 second.
Well, hello, everybody. Well, Derek's gone. Now I can hear you. You're like a ghost. I can't see you, but it's just this voice that's coming from above.
Yeah, all of a sudden it just went black. Hold on, give me a second.
Married 5 times. What do you think you learned about yourself going through that?
All right, let's contextualize that. That's a fact, but let's look at the fact that I was also married 4 times for less than a year, actively married. There was always a little bit of a long sort of decay curve through separation and divorce, but actively married, cohabitating for 1 year 4 times. So I wasn't very good at it. And now I've been married
I hear you.
happily, and having earned that happiness, which you find out that you have to work at it, for 25 years, and going strong and looking forward to the next 25 years. So I think it's a learned art.
You got to have a lot of money to get married 5
with
times.
kind of a fairy tale kind of approach to marriage in our culture. There's
Apparently, he was also married to Linda Hamilton, who was the female lead in Terminator.
Probably a little more than men invest a lot in the idea of the big wedding, and somehow that's going to cement the relationship, when really, you should just go do it in Vegas and not spend the money, and then
agree with that.
Put all that effort and energy into the work it takes to really be with somebody relationally for a long period of time, because you're constantly learning about the other person, and I think you have to make a pact with yourself to actively want to make them happy, not your version of what should make them happy, but what actually makes them happy. And that's a learned thing, because earlier on it was sort of like conditional.
Hey, I'll take movie advice from this guy because he's an expert in that, but he's been married 5 times.
As long as this is
I'm
still
not
worth
sure.
it for both of us, or even just worth it for me, I'll be in it. But the second that's no longer the case, hasta la vista. And that doesn't work. And, it took me a while to realize that.
What was involved on your end with realizing that?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can't see you, but I can hear you.
Just realizing, is it me? I seem to be the common denominator here. And, I could unpack each one individually, and they were all different learning curves, and they were all different experiences. Linda Hamilton and I hung on for a long time, long after we probably should have. We were together for 7 years, and we loved each other. We just didn't get along, and when you realize that that's possible, that you can really love somebody, but just not get along, not cohabitate, not coexist.
You think you were looking for the wrong thing in a match in the earlier days?
No, I fall in love with people I can learn from. So I'd fall in love with somebody that I admired greatly. I admired Gail greatly. I admired Catherine greatly. I admired Linda greatly. But I think I didn't pre-select well enough for people that could stand me, that I could stand.
Do you hear me okay?
I can see you and hear you now.
Yay!
How
Yeah,
about
that was weird. I just unplugged where it was ported in at, and then had to go in there and change the settings, and it popped it right up. Okay.
I blame Corey Feldman and his people.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy. The dark money is coming after me. So you know why I picked this clip. It's a 3-minute clip. He's talking about he's been married and divorced 4 times.
That's rough, man. Once or twice,
he still has his money, though.
Yeah, but he's got to make billion-dollar movies. I mean, so like I said, when you were out, I'm like, yeah, well, I respect him as a movie maker. Clearly, he's successful at that. But I don't know if I'm taking marriage advice from a guy who's been married 5 times. But he did say one thing that rang true. Like, you can get married once. Like, I was with my first wife for a quarter century and my second one for 12 years. Those are pretty good runs, right?
Yeah.
If you've been married 5 times, you have to
During
go.
the time that you've been married twice?
Yeah. You have to go, maybe the problem is me. Maybe. Let me float that out there. Could be you, Mr. Cameron. And he actually admitted to that.
Oh, he did? I was too busy working on stuff, but he admitted it was him.
He said, yeah, he basically said, like, after so many times, I had to realize that maybe it was me. My hunch is his passion is movie making.
Yeah.
And for him to have this level of success that he's had, everything else has to come separate or second.
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
And them, everybody's got their habits and their ways, and,
How are you challenging to stand?
I'm busy. I got to do. The center doesn't hold. I think that, I don't want to unpack each one of these individually, but I would like to say generally, I really admired and loved the women that I was, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that time, because I learned from it. I learned from them. I always feel I came out of it better than when I went into it.
Well, that's good because you did it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a James Cameron guy. I like James Cameron a lot. Different way of looking at life, and I like different perspectives. I like his creative juices up here a lot. And when he was talking about the AI, I understand we kind of disagree with that a little bit. But
not as much as you think, but yeah.
The experience that he has with the actors and building the world and getting the lines right and just the whole process of movie making with other people. That's why I like making movies. I like telling stories. I like using people to act in my stuff to tell the story. And it wouldn't feel right it wouldn't feel right if I just kind of phoned it in and had some computer generated family on the screen.
See, we both agree 100% on that.
Is there assholes out there that's going to be lazy and have no talent and use AI to try to produce something? Yeah. Yes, but I don't think it's not going to, if you take some of the greatest films of all time, those AI movies are still not going to touch it. Not even close.
And as somebody, and listen, James Cameron, far more successful movie maker. I mean, don't take this the wrong way, than you.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney, far more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like I always say, the process is the same. And the joy in being a creative person, whether it be music or whatever, is the process.
Artwork, drawing, photography.
So type a prompt in, that's not rewarding as an artist, correct?
Correct.
What we're disagreeing on, I think, here is that I think all of us, me, you, and James Cameron, and everybody, are overestimating the audience and what they want. They don't care about the process. They just want to be entertained.
There's a bunch of dumb people out there.
Yeah.
We have a segment called Dumb Dumb of the Week, so that just...
I wouldn't... Everybody's passionate about something, and there are some people who are not passionate about the process of making a song or a movie. They're passionate about other things. When they listen to a song, they just want to be entertained, and they don't care how it happens.
What would I tell young artists right now? Stick to what's true for you. And I think a lot of artists have lost their way because it's become just like the fans and you're posting your social media. And I guess that's a big part of it. It really depresses me. And I have to say, because I'm not from that school, I'm old school, so I don't get it, and it's hard for me, but I know it is a new way and I shouldn't judge it. But I also think that something is getting lost energetically by just focusing on that. You almost lose the art.
I mean, I agree with her.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with what she said.
Knowing too much about somebody and their political views and all kinds of other shit, I don't care about their political views. We make fun of their shit because of the dumb takes that they have.
I have never gone to see a movie because an actor agrees with me politically, or listen to a song because an actor or a musician agrees with me politically.
Yeah.
Now, the other way around, maybe there are sometimes I'll see trailers for movies and I'm like, a little DEI in there, and I'm less apt to go see it.
Yeah.
So it can only be a net negative. I don't think there's a positive, like you're saying, Derek, and we've talked about before. Actors and actresses and the movie making process used to have a mystique surrounding it. And you only saw actors and actresses at like the Academy Awards or the Grammys and stuff. Now they're everywhere. And all it's doing is uncovering how dumb and out of touch they are with normal people.
Basically.
And that's not going to help your movie, I wouldn't think.
I don't think so. Yeah, I'm still having a little bit of technical difficulties. The video won't close. So, yeah, what was that?
No, I was joking. It's going to be a 24/7 screen. YouTube won't let us stop.
So we're gonna go ahead and close shop because my computer's probably going to have to be rebooted, which is going to stop the stream anyway.
Gotcha.
So I have a couple other stories, but we can save those for next time that we do this. Are you busy Sunday? Are we getting together Sunday?
I'm available.
Okay, so I'll save
Sunday.
a couple that we have left for Sunday. But yeah, I thought it was a great show as usual.
It was fun. Good content. Good chatter.
Oh yeah, always have fun. Always have fun. So thank everybody for stopping by. Doc, Scorpio, Octavia, thank you so much for showing up and hanging out with us.
The Riff Raff crew.
E-Rock, thank you. Appreciate it. The Riff Raff crew. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and hanging out and saying hey. And tomorrow, I am turning 49 years old. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, my God.
So tomorrow I got a couple things. I got to work till noon, and then I've got some running around to do. And then I'm ordering steaks for tomorrow night. So me and my roommates are having fucking steak and cake for my birthday tomorrow.
Steak and cake? Hell yeah. Well, I hope you have a great birthday, Derek.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're 1 year away from the dream.
Old as hell. Oh, on my 50th birthday, I'm going somewhere. I'm either going to go on a cruise to Alaska, go to Ireland. I'm going to do something. I got a year to plan it. So, doing something
All right,
for the old 5-0.
Well, enjoy the steaks, enjoy the cakes. Have a great birthday, Derek. And I appreciate you having me on as always. And I'll see you tentatively, unless something comes up, on Sunday.
Yeah, unless something comes up, we're going to do Sunday. If something comes up, then we're going to do our normal Tuesday, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Sounds good to me. So
right,
thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll talk to you, everybody, Sunday. Bye.
Bye.